but under control. And you men in the back below, I want you to analyze before you move. If they throw a forward pass, wait till you see the ball in the air, and then go and get it. And when they get it, boys, that's when we go on offense. That's when we go to. And don't forget we're going to pick on one tackle they got this week. We're going inside them. We're going outside them. Inside them and outside them. And when we get them on the run once, we're going to keep them on the run. And we're not going to pass unless our secondary comes up too close. But don't forget, man, we're going to get them on the run. We're going to go. And we aren't going to stop until we go to that goal line. Don't forget, man, today's the day we're going to win. They can't lick it, and the black out of the goal. The first whistle of the man win there. And fight. What do you say, man?
Get ready for high school football tonight on G&G Productions. Our coverage tonight brought to you by Hale Realty and Auction, a house so named. Snappy Tomato Pizza in Springfield. Dr. Isaacs Jr. Dentistry, General Dentistry and Orthodontics, Farmers National Bank, by your side for more than 130 years. Lebanon Tourism. Lebanon is the heart of Central Kentucky. SWEDA, the Springfield, Washington County Economic Development Agency. Exit Realty Bluegrass, Lisa Kearns Realtor. The Marion County Industrial Foundation, putting people back to work. Springfield State Bank, built and growing on friendly service. Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain, attorneys at law in Springfield. Rising Suns Beat. Chris Essex for mayor. Salt River RECC. Stuart Powell. Danville Office Equipment. Beach Fork Sporting Clays and Upland Hunting. John Hayden for mayor. Don McCauley, attorney at law. It's time now to head to the field for high school football tonight on G&G Productions.
Beautiful blue skies, 84 degrees in Lebanon, Bardstown, and Springfield. Here at the Bennett-R. Field, we have a heat index of 91. It's a hot evening for football, but it's a night for football nonetheless. As tonight, Washington County play host with a record of 0-1, taking on the 0-1 Thomas Nelson Generals. It's a matchup, of course, Thomas Nelson not in existence for very long, only a few years now. But it's a matchup that's become quite a competition between these two schools. We're glad to have you alongside this evening. It should be a good one. Hi, everybody, from the Bennett-R. Field in Springfield. I'm Hal B. Good, joined in the booth by Jimmy Wethington. We'll introduce the rest of the G&G crew as we get started. But, Jimmy, back for week number 2 of football after we have both of these teams coming in. One played Marion County very well, came up short. But the other, Nelson County really took it to the Commanders last week.
Yeah, Halby, young team came out and made a bunch of young team mistakes at the inopportune time. Really put them behind to where they were really just scrambling and just kept adding on mistakes.
Scores last week, it was Thomas Nelson falling to Marion County 26-16, and Washington County, they fell last week to Nelson County 36-7. And a lot of tough things happened with Washington County. We saw 2 or 3 turnovers that should have easily been scores for the Commanders.
Yeah, Hal, one series they had the ball down here in Nelson County's territory, about the 35-yard line. They threw a pick 6. Then they had a fumble inside the 20. They had a couple other times they had the ball around the 20-yard line and turned it over on down. So it could have been closer. I don't know that Washington County ever, there was ever in a position they could have won the game. But it could have been a lot closer game than it was.
Got a lot to do, Jimmy. We got a lot to talk about. It's the Snappy Tomato Pizza pregame show. Keep it right here. When we're back after the break, John Graves will take over. We'll talk to both coaches of the Washington County Commanders and the Thomas Nelson Generals. All as we're only 36 minutes away from the kickoff of Thomas Nelson, Washington County. Live and free. It has to be G&G.
Snap, snap. Snappy Tomato Pizza.
We make your pizza with our authentic recipe.
Ooh, Snappy Tomato Pizza.
We hand stretch the dough and it's made fresh daily.
Ooh, Snappy Tomato Pizza. Snappy Tomato Pizza.
I'm ready for a snappy tomato pizza right now. 111 East Main Street in Springfield. Call 859-336-9888 or order online at snappytomato.com. At Farmers National Bank in Lebanon, we'd like to say, wow! Wow! Thank you for voting us the best bank in Marion County, the best checking and savings in Marion County, the best loans and lending in Marion County, the best mortgages in Marion County, the best customer service in Marion County, and the one we're proud of, the best place to work in Marion County. Farmers National Bank, we're here for you. Farmers National Bank, 136 West Main Street in Lebanon and 2160 Campbellsville Highway. Farmers National Bank, member FDIC. It's a Kentucky fall tradition, the 53rd annual Marion County Country Ham Days, which will be held on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 23rd, 24th, and 25th in downtown Lebanon. It's a full weekend of fun, including great music, 2 hot air balloon events, a carnival, kids zone, arts and craft, a huge parade, classic car and truck and motorcycle show, one of the largest 5K runs in Kentucky, and of course, it's our famous Ham Days Breakfast. Marion County Country Ham Days in downtown Lebanon. Look for us online at hamdays.com. Sell with Hale, a house sold name. Whether you're buying or selling, maybe it's residential, farmland, auctions, lake, lots, commercial. Sale with Hale can help you today. Go online, check out our listings, contact us today. Sale with Hale Realty and Auction, 208 North Walnut Street in Springfield. Call Sale with Hale Realty and Auction today at 859-336-8488. Sale with Hale, a house sold name. Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr. is a second-generation dentist in his hometown of Springfield, and he and his staff invite you to his office at 39 Bobolink Drive in Springfield. They offer family dentistry as well as digital dentistry where no impressions are needed. Their all-digital technology allows you to get crowns, bridges, partials, and implants with no discomfort. Results are more accurate and quicker. For family dentistry, see Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr., 39 Bobolink Drive in Springfield, or call today at 859-336-7680. Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr., a reason to smile since 1963.
Try to think of the most convenient bank service you could hope for. How about banking from your mobile phone? Well, Springfield State Bank has it. With our new mobile banking, you can monitor your checking account, transfer money, even pay your bills right from your cell phone. Enrollment is easy. Just visit our website at www.springfieldstate.com for details. Springfield State Bank, we're your locally owned community bank doing big bank things. We want to make banking easy for you. Springfield State Bank, member FDIC.
Back again at the Bennett R. Lewis Field in Springfield. Hal Goode, Jimmy Weathington in the booth. We're going to keep things going with the Snappy Tomato Pizza pregame show. Eric Satterson's head coach of the Commanders. John Graves is with him now. John?
Coach, it has cooled down immensely since the center and the quarterback come out tonight. That's got to make you feel a little better about the cramps as it was hot earlier.
Yeah, it's hot. You know, it don't really bother me a whole lot. I think we're in good shape and we got depth. So, you know, I like playing a team that doesn't have a lot of depth and on a hot night. But I don't think it'll affect anybody too much tonight. I think it'll be a nice night.
Nelson County, not the way you want to start the year, but you got to put that one in the books. How was the week of practice? How do you feel tonight?
Had a good week of practice. You know, I think overall guys responded in a positive way. We was able to look and see what our issues were. You know, we can't get inside the 20 4 or 5 times and not score points. So, and not turn it over down there twice. So we got to capitalize in there. But overall, the kids, great week of practice. I thought they were ready to go, and I think they'll be ready to go tonight.
You added some kids. You're running out of uniforms in the locker room. You added a kid, Kayon Furman, son of Reese Rayleigh, played basketball here at Washington County. He got eligible about 1:30 today. We knew that it was going to be close. And tell us what he looks like.
You know, Kayon's gonna give us some stuff that we need. You know, he's a big physical kid. You know, he's been down here for a couple weeks, and we had to wait on transfer paperwork and all that stuff from the KHSAA, and all that went through clean. Obviously, you know, he moved down. So, you know, he's going to help us out. He'll fit in our rotation a little bit. He only knows about probably 25% of the offense, and about the same amount of the defense. So we'll rotate him as much as we can, and I look for him to have an impact.
All right, so we know what we got to do to fix. You can't go 20, get inside the red zone, turn the ball over. Who's got to have that big game tonight? Who do you really, if you're at the end of the first quarter and this kid's done what, will you feel better in the second, third, fourth quarter?
Well, I think our offensive line's got to play great. I think, and our running backs are the blocking pro. I think a lot of people last week looked at us and they saw Bo take some shots, and it wasn't as much the offensive line as it was our backs failing us in pro a little bit. So, I think our protection has to be strong, and then when we get inside the 20, we got to be able to physically run the ball downhill a little bit and not be so predictable.
All right, Coach. Good luck. We'll talk to you after the game. Head Coach Eric Segasy, as we said last week, Week 12. And, guys, I don't know about the clouds, but I like them. It's a little cooler out here. It feels like a mid-September night. As we'll send it back up to you, and I'll go grab another coach.
Nothing like a night for football, and when the temperatures come down, it does make it feel more of a night that you can come in. And the tailgaters are out tonight, and they're in full force here in Washington County tonight. But it's starting to feel like football season.
Yeah, how it has. And it's felt that way a couple of weeks. We've been at a really, really good August weather-wise. So, it's always it's easier on us, but, man, it's so much easier on these players when they're out here and they've got all that equipment on.
Thurman coming on board. Washington County, if you look at last week and what do you do to improve, I think the key is you got to have somebody that can put it between those uprights, man. You've got to be able to score.
And if he plays as good as he looks, he's going to be pretty good. First look, when I saw him, first thing I thought was Jabias Dawson, because he's got that build, man. He's a big, nice-looking kid, moves well. So I'm anxious to see him get out here and play. Coach said he only knew 25% of the plays, but I'd try about 25% of those plays about 90% of the time.
If he's like his mother, she was very aggressive and could play. She wouldn't score a lot of points, but as Bill Newton would say, she'd never come home with 5 fouls either. She'd leave them wherever she went. So maybe he took that from his mother.
Yeah, we hope so, Hal. We hope so.
Why don't we take a quick timeout? When we come back, John's going to talk to the other side, Thomas Nelson. We definitely want to find out from Coach Peak what's going on with that team and how they're getting ready for Washington County tonight. We'll take a quick timeout. We're back in a moment. High school football is a G&G production.
What's up, football fans? The Springfield, Washington County Economic Development Authority wants to be your one-stop shop for finding a new career. Visit sweda.org/jobs to view current job openings right here in Washington County. Positions ranging from IT specialist, personal care monitor, safety and environmental, quality assurance, and many more. Full-time, part-time, whatever you may be looking for, we have something for you. So visit sweda.org/jobs.
Welcome to the heart of Kentucky and the Lebanon-Marion County Industrial Foundation, where they have a tremendous workforce. Jobs available in Marion County. Now hiring. TG Kentucky is now hiring. Second and third shift team members are now needed. Look at these exciting benefits. Come grow with us. TG Kentucky is hiring. Welcome to the heart of Kentucky. The Lebanon-Marion County Industrial Foundation are here for you. Find them online at MarionCountyKY.com.
Back again at the Ben R. Lewis Field. Hal Good, Jimmy Weathington in the box. Pixel Phase, Matthew Smith, Sean Allen, as always, back here with us again. Got Greg Barkham up on the main camera tonight. And Lucas Ross joining the team as we've been able to be abandoned, go to Marion County, and steal him to join us. So I'm glad we got Lucas on deck tonight. He'll be a big part of our programming on down the road. John Graves back on the field. Let's find out what's going on with Thomas Nelson. John, take it away.
Thanks, Hal. Got Joe Peak, year 4 at Thomas Nelson. Got a win last year and looking for more this year.
Yeah, if we're fortunate enough to do that, it'd be great. I think for me, it's all about our kids just growing and getting better. I think about my group. We're young, but I think we got a lot of heart, and we showed a little bit of grit last week. And, I hope we can build on what was positive last week and some positive moments. I think if we can, put some things together up front, we'll have a better night.
Who has got to have that good game for Thomas Nelson night? Who are you looking for?
It's our front line, both sides of the ball. They have to be better. Last week, told them very directly that it wasn't good enough, and I feel like as head coach, that's where our gap was, and that's why we lost. I'm being frank. I felt like we just didn't move people off the ball, offensive line wise, defensive line wise. We were just in the way. We weren't making plays, and we've got to do that to be able to be successful. And I think I challenged them all week in that. We did some hard practices with them, and they accepted it. They did it really well. Really good job all week long. I thought one of our better weeks. So we can move the line of scrimmage, offensively and defensively. I think that'll be our opportunity to win.
What you've seen film on Washington County, what concerns you?
They obviously can throw the ball. Baker's a heck of a kid and heck of a player. Reynolds is a darn good receiver. They do a great job of adjusting routes in small ways to get open, and they can go up and get the ball. They've proven that to us on film and in 7-on-7s this summer. Their ability to throw the ball around and spread it out is going to make us have to cover really well and have to get to the quarterback quickly.
Coach, good luck. We'll catch you after the game for your thoughts and a player of the game from Thomas Nelson. Joe Peak, fourth year. He's 3-2-1 against Washington County. Would love to even that up, Hal.
Thank you, John Boy. Again, Coach Peak is in an area where you have, you got Bardstown, you got Bethlehem, who's done a great job of putting their programs together. And, what can you really say about Nelson County?
Yeah, you got an up-and-coming Nelson County team.
That team looked really well
last
week.
Did.
And I think, that's where we'll see some players sometimes go back and forth over there. But they've always done a really nice job there at Thomas Nelson.
Yeah, he has, Halby. Now, I wanted to mention something real quick about this series. I looked it up, and I was surprised. Washington County actually leads 7-2, and the games have been so close. I think that's why I was surprised that Washington County had such a big lead on them. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I also found it interesting, but both coaches mentioned their offensive and defensive lines. Those guys usually don't get talked about unless something goes wrong. But it's going to be interesting tonight to see which side of the ball can move the pile.
I knew it had been about 10 years since that school was built over there. That school, it just seems like time catches up with me. So interesting to see. But if you look at this Thomas Nelson High School team, Xander Smith will lead the charge, a junior quarterback. And coming out of the backfield, Blake Greenwell is one individual. Michael Sewell's a receiver. He's a sophomore. Che and Benningfield, another sophomore. Young players is where I'm getting to. There's still some youth that Thomas Nelson's building on.
Yeah, Hal, and I looked up their stats from last year, and only 2 players that are playing on this roster got any kind of offensive stats from last year. A couple of carries for Ethan Kreider, too, was one of the ones, and also Blake Greenwell. They were the only 2 that showed up on any of the stats through the whole year, so they are really young. As young as Washington County is, I think they've got probably a more experienced team tonight than Thomas Nelson.
Keep it right here. We're only 25 minutes away from the kickoff, and we're going to come back after this break and talk basketball. May Stallworth, head coach of the Marion County Knights, is going to join John Graves down the field. We're back in just a moment. High school football. It's a G&G production.
Hi, I am John Hayden. I am your candidate for mayor of Springfield. Many people have asked me why I want to run for mayor. After some thought, I realized that my purpose is I love to serve. I am a leader in the business world. I am a family man, a husband to my wife Rose, a father to 4 children, and my favorite of all, granddaddy to 5 little ones. I love to serve in the community, and I do it well. I feel that those things about my personality are a little of what I have to offer to the community that we all call home. I humbly ask for your vote in November and would love for you and your family to hop on our campaign trail with my family and I. Paid for by John C. Hayden for mayor.
The law firm of Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain has assisted the people of Central Kentucky for over 45 years. Whether it's closing on your new home, handling the estate of your loved one, business planning, or preparing for your family's future with wills and trust, we will call the right play for you. Like our Facebook page, give us a call, or visit us in downtown Springfield, and let Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain show you how our hustle and heart sets us apart.
Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain. Offices in downtown Springfield. 859-336-3901.
This is an advertisement.
Back again at the Bennett R. Lewis Field. Hal Good, Jimmy Wethington. Now down to the field with John Graves.
Thank you, Hal B. It's football season, but we always call it basketball, especially when May Stallworth is here, head coach at Marion County. But When you're not head coach at Marion County, Central Kentucky Sports Complex out here, Coach, what do you got going on?
Right now, going on this winter, we got a Central Kentucky Youth Basketball League, and that's going to service Washington County, Marion County, Nelson County, the Boyle counties of the world. But Central located right here in Springfield in Washington County is going to really service these young individuals right here that want to take advantage of working on the fundamentals of basketball, getting just a chance to play and just get active. We got different sports heading on to this whole year where we got basketball coming in the winter, we got volleyball coming in January. Right now, I also do basketball training. So a lot of things that we got going right now at Central Kentucky Sports Complex. But, the biggest thing is that getting these kids out being active, and that's been our biggest focus. And everybody from, Marion, Boyle, Hart, I've had everybody from all different counties. Yes, I'm a head coach at Marion County, but we service everybody. It's just it's an atmosphere just to help and push guys to the next level. And that's our, that's our main focus, is just helping individuals and giving access to something that they don't have in other places. You don't have to go to, Louisville or anything like that. You can stay right here in your hometown and do what you need to do to help you get to the next level.
And, Coach, if they want to get in touch with you or want to look at something, you're always open to new ideas. I know, back in the winter we were talking golf simulators. Anything to get people active, you're game for out there, correct?
Yes, we are. We're always looking for different ideas and anything that anybody wants to come try to help us with or give us an idea about something. Right now we're working on having, baseball training coming in the winter as well. Just different things that we plan to offer just to where everybody in this county, everybody surrounding counties come to a one-stop shop and get what they need. We also have over there, CrossFit that's owned and operated by Ross and Sarah Wright. So different young individuals coming there as well from all different counties. So just that whole warehouse itself is just a process that we're trying to get everyone active, everyone get going, and just have a resource you don't have in other places.
All right, well, Mays, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. They want to get a hold of you. What's the phone number?
859-807-9107. Now, you can always go on our Facebook, too. That's Central Kentucky Sports Complex. Easy to find. We write back all the time, so that's usually the easiest place to get a hold of us. Anytime anybody wants to set up a rental or birthday party, please get a hold of us right away.
All right, we'll share that off our Facebook, too, to make sure you got access to it. Mays, thank you. Hey, it'll be hardcourt action soon enough.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Mays Stallworth, head coach at Marion County. And before I send him back upstairs, Greg, can you pan all the way over into the sidelines? Way deep over there, into the trees. We got some people that are tailgating, and they've got a TV back there, and they're watching G&G. And, guys, that's how you do it. You've made it, Hal, when they're watching you in the end zone down there. We stepped it up a little bit this week. Great set of boosters and parents back there enjoying a little tailgate action, a little G&G on the screen.
Who you got down there, John? Who's some of those
Bill
folks?
Pettis and Derek Baker and Tina Hilton, and that's a whole thing that we can do down there.
If you got Pettis and Hilton down there, they're not eating hot dogs. They're probably eating prime rib. Go down there and sneak by.
I need to.
See what you can get. They're not going to be eating any hot dogs down there.
I need to. Back up to you guys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what they do with the hot dogs. Back up to us here. That's where they usually come. But no, it's good to see them down there. Very exciting. Back to Mays Stallworth. Very excited for him. We're going to do a giveaway with Mays, so keep it right here just a second. I'll talk about it. I want to get your comments on Mays Stallworth. It's really enjoyable to see someone like him work so well with other coaches in the area, and has come in his career at Moorhead and being able to put a training facility in Springfield. That's pretty exciting.
It is, Hal, and he's done a really good job over at Marion County. I know they had a down year last year, but I don't expect them to stay down very long, especially with him at the helm.
We're going to give away a pass to the youth basketball, and we'll show you again the flyer here, a little bit about what Mays is doing. And we're going to do it right here tonight. We'll do it at the half, but all you have to do is jump on board. It's easy for you to do. We just want you to send to us, jump on Facebook. That's why we do Facebook Live. We make it interactive. We want to hear from you. If you want to ask about a player, or if you want to ask about where we got our shirts, we want to hear from that. Or if we miss a player's number and say, hey, get that right, we want to even hear that too. But tonight we're going to give away a pass. It's for one person to participate in the Youth Basketball League. So if you have a child, kindergarten through 5th grade, boy or girl, let us hear from you. This is all you have to do. Jump on Facebook and type in hashtag Central KY Youth Basketball. Yeah, you got to spell it all out. But hashtag Central KY Youth Basketball. We'll do that at the half and give you plenty of time and get some folks to jump on board. But all you have to do is type in hashtag Central KY Youth Basketball. We have something that'll be able to pick it up, and we'll do this raffle for you, and we'll make sure to give somebody a chance to be a winner in this really neat registration for playing basketball with May Stallworth's group out there. And of course, Morehead State University, where he played his collegiate ball and played at John Hardin High School. He was a Bulldog whenever they went to the Sweet 16. I saw him out there a couple of times when we did some things for G&G. He's still got it.
Yeah.
He can move. He can move.
My best memory of him is when he played on that Morehead State team that beat Louisville in the NCAA tournament.
He'll tell you that's one of his memories, too. I knew that'd be one you'd like. There's several losses that you like on that one, though. Just bring them up. So that's another story for another day. Quick timeout. When we come back, we have more pregame. This is high school football. It's a G&G production.
Since 1951, Danville Office Equipment has dedicated itself to providing personal service and superior office products for our customers. We take a lot of pride in their success because that's how we measure ours. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
Now, if you don't have time to go to the grocery store, the great news is you can get quality beef delivered right to your front door from Rising Sons Beef. Rising Sons Beef is bred, born, and raised by the Settles, 4th and 5th generation farmers in Springfield. You can get Rising Sons antibiotic, steroid, and hormone-free beef delivered by the piece, package, or half cow. Buy a local Kentucky Proud product with Rising Sons Beef. Go to RisingSonsBeef.com on the web or call 859-481-3216. Rising Sons Beef, full of flavor and fork tender. Let me take just a second to tell you about Beach Fork. If you like sporting clays, guided hunts, and lodging, well, Beach Fork Outdoors is ready for you. They're located amidst the beautiful rolling hills of Springfield, Kentucky, in the heart of the Bourbon Trail. The Sporting Clays course exhibits scenery unlike any other. With 12 stations, the Upland Bird Hunting Package offers a vast acreage of well-maintained food plots. The Parlor is our lodge. It offers hearty southern home-cooked meals and a private living suite with breathtaking views. Beach Fork Outdoors, 2938 Mackville Road in Springfield, or call 859-481-5310.
The following is a paid advertisement.
The law office of Don Spalding McCauley is located at 144 West Main Street in Lebanon. Ms. McCauley handles cases in many areas in law, including DUI, DWI, divorce and family law, employee rights, real estate, wills and estates. The law office of Don Spalding McCauley is located in Lebanon at 144 West Main Street. Or you may call her office today for an appointment at 270-692-0684.
I've always had a heart for the community. I grew up in Springfield. I currently serve as one of your Springfield City Councilmen. As owner of Snappy Tomato Pizza, I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce, where I have been recognized for several civic awards. Besides City Council, all the boards I sit on and the support I give to our community is on a volunteer basis. I have a heart of a servant, and I want to serve you even more as the next mayor of Springfield. I'm a community volunteer, a dedicated, loyal, and honest leader with no self-agenda. Because experience matters, integrity counts. I humbly ask you now for your vote. Chris Essex for Mayor of Springfield. This ad paid for by Essex for Mayor.
In 1937, community leaders from Bullitt, Nelson, Spencer, and Washington counties came together to form one of the earliest electric co-ops in Kentucky, Salt River Electric, celebrating 85 years in 2022. Throughout their anniversary year, they'll be celebrating the legacy of rural electricity and want their members to join in as they give away an $85 bill credit each month this year. Go to srelectric.com and enter into their $85 for 85 years giveaway today. srelectric.com/85FOR85.
At Stewart Powell Ford in Danville, you want your next car buying experience to go smoothly, and so do we. Our warm and welcoming hometown showroom in Danville is where our veteran staff of 20 plus years gives new meaning to the phrase, the Stewart Powell family. We proudly serve the entire state of Kentucky, so visit Stewart Powell and discover car shopping the easy way. And check out our world-class service department. Our easy plan doesn't stop when you drive off the lot. We stand behind your new Ford every step of the way. Stewart Powell Ford, 225 South Danville Bypass in Danville.
Back again at the Ben R. Lewis Field. We're only a few minutes away from the kickoff of Thomas Nelson and Washington County. How good Jimmy Wethington back up here in the box. A couple things. We'll say a big hello out there. Jeremy Ball is listening from over at Nelson County, watching and listening. Appreciate you tuning in on G&G. Adam Hell, how can I get someone one of those G&G shirts? Well, you have to be a close friend of Jimmy Wethington to be able to get a shirt like this. And that's pretty tough to do because, as you well know, he don't have a lot of friends. He keeps to himself.
Hey, I don't think Adam's my friend after I made that remark about Louisville.
You have to talk to the wheeler dealer around here, John Graves. He's the one that takes care of all that stuff. So we're very appreciative of it. Sherry Bobbitt, thank you for watching. Taylor Wheatley watching tonight. Attaboy. Hello, Big Taylor. Good to see you. I saw Matthew Good on there. Keep an eye on him for me up there with Julio Garza. They're all from up in Richmond, and those are some football players.
Yeah, all graduated together.
Wish they had a little eligibility. We'd bring them back tonight.
Darn right we could use them.
If you are listening or watching one way or the other, jump on that Facebook page and type in this for a free registration to the Youth Basketball League here in Washington County. May Stallworth does that for us. It's hashtag Central KY Youth Basketball. You can see on the screen right now the Youth Basketball League. It's the Central Kentucky Sports Complex, but it's hashtag Central KY Youth Basketball. I always wanted to do radio in my 32 years where you can give something away during the broadcast, and here's your opportunity. We take that hashtag, we put it in the computer, and good old Matthew Smith pulls out a name. We'll do it at the half. How's that sound? Make you have plenty of time to let your neighbors and friends know that the ball game's coming on in a few moments. And your officials for tonight's game are from the Mid-Kentucky Officials Association. Their referee, Mike Morgres. Umpire is Orlando Evans. Linesman, James Webb. Line judge, Thomas Lamb. And back judge is Gerald Williams. We appreciate those men for the job they are doing this evening. We're getting ready for the toss of the coin. So before we take a break, we'll keep it right here. I'd love to do the toss of the coin. We go directly to the field. We got Lucas Ross working with us. He worked with Jim Reed and Chance Spalding and I over at Marion County, and he's excited about being a part of what we're doing. He's a huge sports fan, so you'll get a chance to talk a little bit about college football. He knows his stuff. He knows his stuff.
I'm glad we've got somebody that knows about football.
Finally, the public knows now that we got somebody that knows about football part of this broadcast. So as they're lining up on the field now, they're getting ready to walk out. Thomas Nelson walking the way over to the 50-yard line. I think they're going to go diagonally, aren't they? They're not even going to worry to come down and go straight out. So they're going to be walking across the field, and we'll join the players. We'll go ahead and join the players down on the field because as they're walking out, you can see Bo Baker out there, several other commanders.
Jackson Graves.
Big Jackson Graves is out there.
Ethan Mattingly.
Sight. Noah Reynolds, the other commander. Let's go down the field to our man with the mic, Lucas Ross.
Number 16, Bo Baker. 51, Jackson Graves. 36, Ethan
We'll let
Mattingly.
Lucas get over closer to the official.
Noah
Lucas, go
Reynolds.
ahead and stick that microphone in right in under his nose there. Attaboy.
No.
Oh, the official said no. Yeah, now you're good. Hey, now you're ready. Players are greeting each other.
Correct, okay? If you don't keep them all, you'll be standing beside your coach. It's real simple for me. And you guys, okay, here we go. Heads, tails. Tails. What are you going to call? He's calling tails, gentlemen. If I drop it, we'll flip it again. It's heads. I got it. There's a ritual, okay? Receive. I got it. And what you want to defend from the scoreboard, right? You're going to kick from the
So it
scoreboard
looks
to
like
get
Thomas
it in.
Nelson's won the toss.
You guys line up over there on the 45. You guys stay right here on the Yep, Thomas Nelson won the toss.
Looks like they'll receive. Thomas Nelson, Washington County. Keep it right here. We'll take a timeout, back with more. It's high school football, which is a G&G production.
Washington County will receive the opening kickoff.
Here's a question. How can something like floor mats help improve your business? How can this give your employees more confidence to do that? How can safety glasses make your company more productive? And how can the way you look change the way customers see you? For over 1 million companies, the answer is simple. Cintas. So to help keep your business well-equipped, clean, and looking its best, get Cintas. And get ready for the workday.
A G&G Live Free production.
Are you tired of paying rent? Do you dream of owning your own home? Now's the time to make that dream a reality. Call Lisa, 270-402-4036. Lisa Kearns Realtor, Exit Realty Bluegrass, 270-402-4036. Call or text Lisa Kearns, the helpful agent.
Snap, snap, Snappy Tomato Pizza.
We make your pizza with our authentic recipe.
Ooh, Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Hand stretch the dough and it's made fresh daily.
Ooh, Snappy Tomato Pizza. Snappy Tomato Pizza.
I'm ready for a Snappy Tomato Pizza right now. 111 East Main Street in Springfield. Call 859-336-9888 or order online at snappytomato.com.
For a lot of people, home ownership is a big to-do list item that has to get checked before you feel like you're a grown-up, living your best life. If you're ready to check that box, talk to Derek Brussel at Farmers National Bank. Derek specializes in guiding first-time home buyers, young borrowers, and other newbies toward a responsible, manageable, fulfilling financial future. Visit farmersnational.bank to get in touch. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402972.
Since 1951, Danville Office Equipment has dedicated itself to providing personal service and superior office products for our customers. We take a lot of pride in their success because that's how we measure ours. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
Washington County Commanders on the way out on the field. Nice crowd on hand for this home game. Not a district game or anything, Jimmy, but it's definitely a game of a rivalry of such with Thomas Nelson and Washington County so close by. They play a lot of sports against each other, and there's always that little bit of, hey, listen, I want to beat you.
Yeah, exactly. A little rivalry. And both teams are on one, so they both need a win. Early in the year, you need to pile up these wins because when that district hits, man, it's tough. So a big game for both teams tonight.
Don't know much about what happened last week with Marion County and Thomas Nelson. That was a big win for Marion County. If you're Thomas Nelson, you want to turn that back around tonight, but it was a close game.
Yeah, how it was, and big win for Marion County. Hadn't won, very many games the last 4 or 5 seasons. And I looked everywhere this week for stats. I couldn't find anything on Thomas Nelson. So we're kind of, all we know is they've got a couple of players back that played quite a bit last year. Number 5 is Ethan Kreider. Number 7, Blake Greenwell. Not much else known about him.
If you're Washington County after that loss to Nelson County, you almost got to turn it all the way around for tonight.
Yeah, Albie. They got a lot of improvement to do. Most teams, though, improve the most between games 1 and 2. So let's see if that's the case for Washington County tonight.
Washington County dressed in the red uniforms, blue pants, blue letters, blue numbers, blue helmets with the gold W on each side. Thomas Nelson, white uniforms, navy blue letters, numbers, and stripes. We're about ready to get things underway.
Kicking for Thomas Nelson, number 26. Logan McMahon.
Logan McMahon's the kicker, 5'9", 110-pound junior. And McMahon will kick it away. Little Smith kick. Kicked by Washington County player, and the Commander player will fall on the ball. McMahon stopped him. Try and get that number.
And how it was number 6.
Sean Spalding.
Yeah.
Spalding, a junior, falls on the ball and just, wow, what a break.
Yeah, how
46 to Thomas Nelson.
Yeah, good awareness by him because that was totally unexpected. I was looking back here, around the 20-yard line for it, but good awareness by him. Washington County is set up in great field position inside of Thomas Nelson's territory.
Moving downfield with Washington County. Commanders move back again. Bo Baker, the quarterback. Takes the snap. Give off the left side. Carrico with the run. Downfield to the 43, 42-yard line. Lewis Carrico, junior on this ball club. Had a nice game last week.
Yeah, and a little counter play off the bat for Washington County and a nice gain of 4 yards on first down.
Second down and 6 for Washington County. Just underway with this one. Showers in the area have made this very pleasant so far. Temperatures dropped a lot since we got here. Baker out of the shotgun. Pass off the right side. Over the head.
Incomplete pass intended receiver, Nick Smurfett.
Nick Smurfett.
Third down.
Yeah, Hal, that play took a long time to develop and took a long time for Derek to get the ball over here. And I'm sorry, Bo. I coached his dad in the league, so my bad. His dad, Derek. But it took a long time to get the ball over here and just not a very fast developing play.
Third down and 6. Ball still resting on the 42 of Thomas Nelson. Smurfett here on the near side. There's the snap. Give goes to Carrico. Little juke move at the 40. Might get to the 39. Flags down on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-yard gain if it stands, Hal. And right there where it's at, that's either going to be a face mask or a holding, you would think. Personal foul. Oh, targeting. Yeah. That's going to be a big one, Hal. It's going to give Washington County a first down.
Move the chains. First Commander.
That should take them down about the 25-yard line or so.
You heard the Whitecap talking to the players in the huddle. Yeah, he almost didn't let our microphone get up there close enough, but I could hear him. He basically said, "I'm not putting up with a whole lot tonight. This is what I expect." He said what he expected out of these players.
And it wasn't as kind words as you just the way you said it.
I put a little more. I put it a little easier, but yeah, he has expectations tonight. Give straight up the middle. 20.
That's Furman's first carry as a commander of Hal, and he's going to get a nice gain. What, about 5?
We talk about Keon Thurman. He wears number 37. Gain of 5. So it'll be second down and 5. Right on that red zone at the 20. This is his first game back against Seneca. That's where he played last.
Yeah, Hal, and last week this is where Washington County sputtered. So
sure did.
See if they can't keep from making those mistakes they
really
made last
put it
week.
down and put it in that end zone. You're right. There's a snap, back to throw. Baker over the right-hand side. It's going to be incomplete.
That's interference.
Reynolds was sandwiched. Just watch that one again. He was hit hard. Still with the Dr. Isaacs Dentistry instant replay.
Yeah, Hal, watch. He'll go through his body right before the ball gets there.
10-yard penalty. Automatic.
Off the right side.
Yeah.
Hit him hard.
Yeah, and easy call for the official, Hal. Be another first down for Washington County by penalty.
Dr. Isaacs Dentistry for their support. So a little motion. Gives it back to Washington County. First and 10. It's not first and goal yet.
Yeah, it's first and go.
Is it first and go?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think they got first and go.
Yeah, it is first and goal on the 10, just inside the 10. With the give left side, head to the end zone. Touchdown.
Furman. Yeah, Furman, Hal B. And that's his second carry, first touchdown. And man, he looked like we said the pregame. He was built like Jabaz Dawson. He ran like him there.
Well, watch him on the far side. It was hard to catch him, and there he comes, just right down the middle, left side, and hard to catch him in the press box, but definitely hard to catch him on the field. He'll get the first 6 for Washington County.
On to attempt the extra point.
So, Keon Thurman.
Reynolds the holder.
Reynolds on the hold. Kick is up. Kick is going to be good.
Thomas Nelson 0.
Washington County 7. Thomas Nelson 0. We're back in a moment. High school football. It's live and free on G&G.
It's a Kentucky fall tradition, the 53rd annual Marion County Country Ham Days, which will be held on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 23rd, 24th, and 25th in downtown Lebanon. It's a full weekend of fun, including great music, 2 hot air balloon events, a carnival, kids zone, arts and crafts, a huge parade, classic car and truck and motorcycle show, one of the largest 5K runs in Kentucky, and of course, it's our famous Ham Days Breakfast. Marion County Country Ham Days in downtown Lebanon. Look for us online at hamdays.com. Sale with Hale, a house sold name. Whether you're buying or selling, maybe it's residential, farmland, auctions, lake, lots, commercial. Sale with Hale can help you today. Go online, check out our listings. Contact us today. Sale with Hale Realty and Auction, 208 North Walnut Street in Springfield. Call Sale with Hale Realty and Auction today at 859-336-8488. Sale with Hale, a house sold name.
Washington County on the 10-yard run for Thurman. Hammonds with the extra point. 7-0. Hammonds come back for the kickoff for Washington County. Away we go. Off the left side, 38, 39-yard line.
On the play.
About 8 yards.
Zane Smith on the return, Hal B.
Isaiah Mattingly with the stop for Washington County.
Lydia also on the stop.
Lydia on the stop as
Ball
well.
on the 40-yard line. First down. Thomas Nelson.
Thomas Nelson will have it. First and 10 on the 40, trailing 7-0. That being their own 40-yard line. We had Sanders Smith as their quarterback. We'll see if he will start. Sander wears number 4. 5'9" junior, takes the snap. A little student body left. He's getting pressure.
Oh, great play, Hal. Got a flag late. But great play, but Noah Reynolds coming up from a safety spot.
Noah Reynolds, he came up and made a really big stop, but a flag down the play.
The holding.
Thomas Nelson.
Did not penalty from a spotted foul. Replay, first down.
And this is going to set Thomas Nelson way back out. That's going to be 1st and 20. And how that is, if my count is right, that's 5 plays run, and there's been 3 Thomas Nelson penalties so far. Actually, 6 plays. I forgot about incomplete pass by Washington County.
So 9:45 remaining in the first quarter of play. Washington County leads 7-0. Still first down, 1st and 20. Ball on the 30. Officials saying let's run the clock. Now they're ready. There's the snap over the head of Smith. He's lucky to fall on it.
Xander Smith.
Yeah, going to be about a loss of about 8, Hal.
Sean Spalding giving a lot of pressure out there.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
How a lot of mistakes early by Thomas Nelson. Hard to overcome when you've got a young team.
2nd down and 20. The snap, the give, over the left tackle.
Tackle made by Justin Taylor.
Much on that.
Lucas
Run
Faircloth's on the stop. Gain of 1
was
on
by
I think that was Chance
Winston.
Wimpsett. Yes, sir.
Wimpsett's a junior.
Brings up
5'7", 140 pounds.
And that was just about a 3-yard gain, Hal B. So it's 3rd and about 26 to go. They've got the ball at the 24.
Yeah,
they
they
need
got a long
right
way
at
to
the
go.
midfield stripe to get a first down.
Yeah, you got a long way to go on that. 3rd down, 26. Back to throw. Pass to the left side complete. That went right into the hands of Chad Sissel. 30. He might have got to the 30. He's still shy of the first down.
Yeah,
Mattingly on the
short
stop.
gain, Hal. They were trying to break that up the middle, and then Wash County did a good job staying home, and then just about a, 6-yard gain?
in punt formation for Thomas Nelson, number 14.
Thomas Nelson will punt it away.
JT
Kemick,
Back for Washington
6'2 sophomore, will punt it. He's looking for his own 15. Noah Reynolds back on his own 40. There's the kick. Kind of a line drive. Reynolds will let it roll. Didn't want to scoop it up. At the 30, it'll roll out of bounds.
Now, that's going to be about a 40-yard punt.
So with 7:43 to go in the first quarter of play, Washington County leads 7-0, and the Commanders will come back out on the offense. I want to remind you that a week from tonight, we kick off the Labor Day by heading to Bardstown. We'll have the Marion County Knights taking on the Bardstown Tigers. Friday night, we'll get started at 6:45 pregame. Kickoff between the Tigers and the Knights will be at 7:30. Our A team will be on hand for that. I'll be joining Eric Darty, Matthew Thomas, and Richie Buckler. I'll be doing our Marion County broadcast for us this year. Pass to Washington County on the left side, incomplete. Pettis was the intended receiver. Incomplete. It'll be second down.
Yeah, Hal, and I don't think Bo has got his rhythm down yet. That first pass he threw a couple of yards over the receiver's heads, and that was about 2 yards short.
Second down, 10. Clock stopped at 7:38 remaining in the first quarter of play. Baker, the snap, the keeper. Off right tackle will go. 40, 41, down to 44. He'll get the first down.
Nice job by Bo Halby to keep that on a replay. And, you know, it took him a little while to get through that line, but when he did, man, he was a load through there. Going to be about a 14-yard gain.
Hit some good help through there, too. It looked like Pettis was coming through there. Reynolds helping open up a hole or two. That's what you got to have is that help.
Yes, sir.
First and 10. Commanders on their own 44. Spread out with Baker out of the shotgun. The snap. Rolls to the left this time. Pass downfield. Incomplete. There again, it was intended for Noah Reynolds. Oh, don't say Jack Pettis.
Yeah, just a little bit overthrown, but that one was closer, Al. And
now, Washington County. So Washington County will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 6:59 to go in the first quarter of play. Washington County 7, Thomas Nelson 0. High school football is a G&G production.
Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr. is a second-generation dentist in his hometown of Springfield, and he and his staff invite you to his office at 39 Bobolink Drive in Springfield. They offer family dentistry as well as digital dentistry where no impressions are needed. Their all-digital technology allows you to get crowns, bridges, partials, and implants with no discomfort. Results are more accurate and quicker. For family dentistry, see Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr., 39 Bobolink Drive in Springfield, or call today at 859-336-7680. Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr., a reason to smile since 1963.
Try to think of the most convenient bank service you could hope for. How about banking from your mobile phone? Well, Springfield State Bank has it. With our new mobile banking, you can monitor your checking account, transfer money, even pay your bills right from your cell phone. Enrollment is easy. Just visit our website at www.springfieldstate.com for details. Springfield State Bank, we're your locally owned community bank doing big bank things. We want to make banking easy for you. Springfield State Bank, member FDIC.
Back to action down the field. Washington County run off the left side. That's Thurman. Thurman to the 45, maybe 46. He didn't gain no more than 2.
yeah, I think they're giving him 1 yard. How big going to set?
So 1 yard.
Washington County up in third.
Third and 9, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Look for the pass on this one. 3rd and 9 on the 45-yard line. Baker will change the play, or I should say, Coach Sagersey changing the play. Moves Thurman to the other side. There's the snap. Pass. Nope. Now he's going to keep it. Upfield he'll run. 50 to the 46.
How, if they mark it where he stretched it out, he's really close. A good job.
I don't know if they will or not.
If he was 6'2", he'd have been 3 yards short. But
officials going to give it to him. Yeah, they're going to give it to him. Whitecap's coming over to check it out. Nope.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and short. I'd be shocked.
They're not going to. The ball looks so from here.
Yeah, I know.
That ball looks like it's over that line. Yeah. Well, what you'd want to do here is the old Washington County secret play, which is on 4th and short yardage.
And if not, I'm giving the ball
change the play and make them jump.
If not, I'm giving the ball to Keon Furman, Halby, and let him, as big as he is, I think he can get us a yard.
4th down and 1. Take it. Give it to Thurman. Up the middle he goes.
Yeah, he got enough. I think he got enough. Man, it's going to be close.
Pushed him back, but
but it's going to be forward progress. And how where they're spotted at, I think he's going to get it by maybe the length of a football.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Man, yeah. I think we're going to have to measure because.
Yeah, they're going to have to measure. Nope.
Yeah, they're calling it first down now, Al.
I must say, Skinner, that was a break.
Well, I actually thought he got farther than where the ball was spotted. But, I'm at an angle, a little bit. But it looked like when they spotted it about a football length behind where the actual the officials showed that the progress was.
Yeah.
Either way, it's first down.
First down. Snap. Hold the phone.
This is going to be on Washington County.
Yeah. Got to move it back. Stop the clock. 4:39 to go in the first.
First penalty for Washington County How tonight.
Moves it back to their own 49. Washington County. We appreciate our viewers. We're over 100 down. We usually get about 250, 300 at one time. So if you can give us our pixel faves, our guys run the cameras, give them a big thumbs up or a heart, we sure would appreciate it. We appreciate your support. It helps us spread out our broadcast when you give us a thumbs up that you like what you're seeing. I like what I'm seeing. Look at Reynolds. 40, still on his feet to the 36.
Yeah, Hal, and that's going to be close. It's going to be about a yard short.
So if you like that, give us a thumbs up. Wow, what a run by Reynolds.
Tackle made by.
Yeah, Hal, you made a couple of nice cuts on that and got probably a little bit more than what it was set up to be. It looked like he's going to get about 5 or 6. Ended up getting a really nice gain out of it just by a couple of cuts he made.
Washington County still on the offense. They'll spread it out again on second down, short yardage. Give straight up the middle, off the right side, I should say. Nothing
And
doing.
I think that might even be a
like
loss.
Carrico. Carrico on the run, no gain. Carrico, a junior. He may have lost a yard.
Yeah, I think they're moving it back a yard now.
Third down and 2. On the 38 of Thomas Nelson. Jack Pettis heads down the left side along with Dustin Taylor. Reynolds on the near side. The fake. Here's Baker on the give. Right side, first down and more. 30, down to the 26.
Now be that read option again where he just fakes the handoff to Carrico and then keeps the ball and ended up getting, about 13 yards.
Colton Spaulding on the stop for Thomas Nelson.
Yeah, we're going to give him 11.
2:46 remaining in the first period of play.
Now that's 3 carries for Bo for 34 yards already.
Yeah, it's a nice gain of yards there. 7-0 Washington County behind the phone. I think we have a timeout. Timeout on the field. Thomas Nelson. We'll take a timeout. Washington County 7, Thomas Nelson 0. High school football. It's a G&G production.
What's up, football fans? The Springfield Washington County Economic Development Authority wants to be your one-stop shop for finding a new career. Visit sweda.org/jobs to view current job openings right here in Washington County. Positions ranging from IT specialist, personal care monitor, safety and environmental, quality assurance, and many more. Full-time, part-time, whatever you may be looking for, we have something for you. So visit sweda.org/jobs.
Welcome to the heart of Kentucky and the Lebanon Marion County Industrial Foundation, where they have a tremendous workforce. Jobs available in Marion County. Now hiring. Kentucky Cooperage, an independent state company subsidiary. First shift $16 an hour. Second shift $18 an hour. Plus great benefits. Now hiring. Kentucky Cooperage, an independent state company subsidiary. Welcome to the heart of Kentucky. The Lebanon Marion County Industrial Foundation are here for you. Find them online at MarionCountyKY.com.
Deion Thurman with the run gets the first down while we were at break and takes it all the way down to where he's out of bounds, but he's going to take it all the way in to right at that 10-yard line. Will they call on the 11? I think they'll give it to him first. No, it's going to be first on the 11, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's going to be first and 10.
Thurman.
Yeah, just a little quick pitch to him around that left side, and he got a couple of nice blocks and then broke a tackle.
One man in motion. Thurman will get it off the left side. A little shuffle move. Inside that 10 to the 9, maybe to the 8.
Yeah, counter play Hal on that. And looks like they're going
on the stop.
Looks like they're just giving him one. I thought he got more yardage than that, but they're marking it right at the 10.
Not a generous mark on that one. But they've been focusing on Thurman tonight.
Yeah.
Coach Peake's got his team looking at what Thurman and the damage that he can do. He's been having some of his players really zone in on him tonight. Well, I don't know if they're going to give anything.
Yeah.
Second down 10 on the 11. Here with Baker back to throw down. He'll throw it. It's almost picked off. But Washington County couldn't come up with it. Colton Spaulding got a hand on it. And Reynolds was the intended receiver. Boy, No question. Thomas Nelson had a really good chance to make something happen.
Yeah, Hal, that was a little bit high, and that's something you don't want to do when somebody's in the middle of the field like that, is throw the ball high, because that just opens up their whole rib cage and everything. So
let's take a timeout.
Hopefully he'll
52
be all right.
seconds to go in the first quarter. Washington County 7, Thomas Nelson High School 0. High school football, G&G production.
Hi, I am John Hayden. I am your candidate for mayor of Springfield. Many people have asked me why I want to run for mayor. After some thought, I realized that my purpose is I love to serve. I am a leader in the business world. I am a family man, a husband to my wife Rose, a father to 4 children, and my favorite of all, granddaddy to 5 little ones. I love to serve in the community, and I do it well. I feel that those things about my personality are a little of what I have to offer to the community that we all call home. I humbly ask for your vote in November and would love for you and your family to hop on our campaign trail with my family and I. Paid for by John C. Hayden for mayor.
Back again at the Mid-R Lewis Field. Hal Good, Jimmy Wellington, John Graves. Cast of thousands on hand here. 3rd down and 10. Ball resting on Thomas Nelson 11. Here's Baker. Back to throw. Looks left. It's going to be complete. Down that line, we'll see Washington County into the end zone. Pettis came up with it on the far side.
Hal, I can't see. It looks like it'd be marked about the 1.
I don't think he got in.
Yeah.
They're going to say, he stepped out of bounds at about the 2.
A nice little backside screen, Hal. They had all the motion going to the right, and then they threw the ball back to the left side. Had a real good block. I didn't catch the number down around the 1 or 2 yard line which sprung Pettis for what the yards he did get.
Well, maybe we get the sun out of our eyes. We're going to the other end of the field as the first quarter complete. 1 quarter complete here at the Bennett-R. Lewis Field. Washington County 7, Thomas Nelson 0. Back after this timeout. This is a G&G production.
The law firm of Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain has assisted the people of Central Kentucky for over 45 years. Whether it's closing on your new home, handling the estate of your loved one, business planning, or preparing for your family's future with wills and trust, we will call the right play for you. Like our Facebook page, give us a call, or visit us in downtown Springfield, and let Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain show you how our hustle and heart sets us apart.
Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain. Offices in downtown Springfield. 859-336-3901.
This is an advertisement.
Now, if you don't have time to go to the grocery store, the great news is you can get quality beef delivered right to your front door from Rising Sons Beef. Rising Sons Beef is bred, born, and raised by the Settles, 4th and 5th generation farmers in Springfield. You can get Rising Sons antibiotic, steroid, and hormone-free beef delivered by the piece, package, or half cow. Buy a local Kentucky Proud product with Rising Sons Beef. Go to RisingSonsBeef.com on the web or call 859-481-3216. Rising Sons Beef, full of flavor and fork tender.
Back here at Washington County High School, getting ready for quarter number 2. 1 complete, 7-0 Commanders and Skinner. Commanders threatening.
Yeah, Hal, they totally dominated that quarter. They're only up 7-0, but they had the ball all but 3 plays that quarter.
Here's Baker. Fake. Oh, he's in trouble. Trying to get out of it. Can't do it. Stop. Brought back for a loss.
Yeah, Hal, they didn't bite on that fake to Furman and ended up getting him right about the 9-yard line. So it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Ball's on the 10-yard line.
Hal, quick stats if you got time.
Go ahead.
First quarter, Washington County ran the ball 13 times, 89 yards. We're 1 of 5 passing for 9 yards, 98 total yards on 14 plays. Thomas Nelson only had 3 plays, 2 runs, -5 yards, 1 pass for 6 yards, 1 total yard on 3 plays.
Well, you hate to come out in the second quarter of play and have a play like that if you're Washington County.
No, one good thing about it,
going the other way.
You've got them backed up, Hal B.
Xander Smith on the keeper that time.
I don't think he gained anything, did he?
It's going to be 2nd down 10.
how if you're going to give the ball up here, it's not that bad. If you can hold them at 3 and out, at least you're probably going to get the ball back in their territory. So.
Looks like Smith's going to spread him out to throw this time. Takes it, no, still with the give, keeps it on the ground. Down to the 13, 14-yard line. Wimsett with the carry. Taylor had the stop for Washington County.
3rd and 6, Hal. And this is key play for both teams early in this game, Hal. If Washington County can stop them, you got to feel like they're going to get the ball in Thomas Nelson's territory. Thomas Nelson really needs to get this ball, get this first down and get away from Washington County's goal line.
7-0. Washington County leading Thomas Nelson. Pass off the left side, complete.
Washington County all over it
Washington County all over the receiver.
That was
trio.
Sewell again.
Yeah, Sewell came up with the catch, but Ethan Bird and Justin Taylor, just a couple of the commanders that were in there on that one.
Yeah,
slew of them in there.
Just got about 2 yards, Hal.
4th down and 4.
Washington County, number 12. Noah Reynolds.
Noah Reynolds back to receive.
Number 14.
It looks like
Punting. For Thomas Nelson.
we'll see JT Kamek punt, 6'2", 175-pound sophomore. Takes it, fumbles it, picks it back up, kicks it away. Bounces at the 40 and out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Excellent field position for Washington County, Hal B.
So 9:41 to go in the half. Washington County leads Thomas Nelson 7-0. Glad to have you alongside this evening as Washington County is coming out. Hey, Kathy Spalding, Mary O'Brien Smith's out there. Hi, Kathy Elliott. Thank you for enjoying the game. Teresa Filiatru Cox. We know that this is a G&G production, and we appreciate you listening. Give our folks a big thumb up. Let's spread the news that the ball game is on Facebook Live tonight. And let folks know that you're watching the game this evening, which is a G&G production. So we appreciate the thumbs ups and see what Washington County can do on this series. Pass off the left side is going to be complete at the 43. Running downfield we go. That's going to be Camden Abel. Abel to the 35 to the 30-yard line. Let's watch that again.
Yeah, Hal, it's going to be short. Nice cut. We broke a tackle, actually, Hal B. Got him an extra 3 or 4 yards. Set Washington County up 2nd and 1.
First look at Abel, and Abel comes up with him. Look at this. Nice little move
little
right
cut
there.
back.
Gets all the way down to 31. We're at 2nd and short yardage. Thank you, Dr. Isaacs Dentistry. Twinks, you're the man. 2nd down and 1. Baker gives to the big fella. Here's Thurman. Thurman got a little space to get the first down and more. Down to about,
Colton Spalding on the
like they'll say, inside
25,
30 to
26.
25. He got the first down.
Brandon Cleaning.
Nice little cutback, Hal B. Started out like a wide zone run, and then he just cut back to the middle. Ended up getting enough yards for a first down.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
Keon Thurman, his first game this year. Finding a pretty good place to fit in here in this lineup tonight for Washington
Hal.
County. Brandon Coulter goes in motion. There's a snap. The fake to Reynolds and a fumble on the play.
Yeah, Hal B. A counter play, and he just didn't get the handle clean and end up fumbling and is going to lose about 3 yards, 3 or 4 yards, Hal, depending on where they're spotted. Lucky Washington County got the ball back on that, Hal B.
Baker's done a nice job leading this crew this first half.
He has, Hal. Looks like he's settled down a little bit, too. He's completed the last couple of passes. Ran the ball really good so far tonight.
Somebody said I mentioned Baker's name a lot, but, my God, he does a lot.
He does.
He does. He's doing a whole lot of stuff out there. Real worker. Look at him back here to throw on second down. He's looking deep, too.
Oh, that's interference.
Incomplete.
Yeah.
But let's watch that one again, boy, because that is a penalty all the way. Here's that Dr. Isis replay. Skinner calling.
Yeah, Halby. He went on a deep dig out. Watch him. He'll go down about 25 yards so, turn around, and right there, the Thomas Nelson player just hit him a step or two again before the ball got there. It should be. Is that automatic first down, Halby, or
should be? I don't think it'll be an automatic first down. I think Coach Peaks over here.
First down, Commander.
Trying to get an idea where that ball should be marked.
right inside the 15, Hal?
Yeah, that's where they'll mark it. Now here we go back to action with Washington County.
14-yard line.
Players line up. There's Baker. Put one man in motion. The snap, the flip goes to the player. That's Reynolds. Knocked out of bounds at about the 10.
Number 12, Noah Reynolds. Tackle made. Colton Spalding.
Spalding on the stop.
Gonna give him about 30, Halby.
Gain of 3 on the
Generals of
play. Brings up second down.
Thomas Nelson. Now second down and 7. Clock's been running pretty good. I'm not sure what's that, 7:15 to
This
go.
game's gone pretty fast, Hal. First half. First half always seems to go by faster than the second. Don't be surprised if it's not one of those replays that's Baker again. No, counterplay.
Give to Thurman. Let's go straight up the middle.
He's going to get
Down to about the 8. So Benningfield in there for the stop. Cade Benningfield.
About a 4-yard gain.
Thomas Nelson.
Gain of 4 on the play. Brings up third down.
Third down for Washington County.
Hal, I thought we might
Yeah,
see
how
that
they react on this one.
that quarterback read again. Bowes really ran the ball good on that tonight.
Snap. Thurman on the give. Oh, he dropped it. Nope, I don't think so. He was able to hang on to it. He got down to about the 5. I just don't know if he got enough yardage on that one.
I don't see
He
him
was on the
moving.
far
it.
side. I couldn't really see where they marked it.
I
at.
don't see the down. This is marker hadn't moved it any.
It's going to be fourth down.
7-yard line.
Let's see, fourth down, a couple there. He didn't quite get there. So I'm going to say fourth down and 2. We'll say 4th and 2.
Might see our secret play here, Al.
Yeah, they may try that old Lee Glasscock second sound.
There
There
you
it
go.
is.
There you go.
Jimmy Reed and Lee Glasscock will be proud of these guys after a call like that.
Offside. Defense.
Drew off the offense.
That's going to
Drew
give
the
Washington.
offense, drew off the defense, and look at us go. First to go.
It'll be first to go. Washington County right about the 3-yard line, Hal.
Here's what you want to do. You want to put it in now.
Yeah.
So definitely, since we've got the new guy, there's no question. It's Thurman territory. And Thurman will be to the right of Baker. Wideouts on either side. Here's Baker. Baker the call. Give to Thurman. Thurman left side. Look at him.
Yeah, he's going to walk in, Hal.
Let's watch that touchdown again. The new guy. Talk about it, Jim.
Just a little off tackle here. And it's going to get nice blocking, and Hal goes in standing up. Don't think he got touched. Good blocking by Washington County offensive line.
I have a feeling we're going to be seeing some more of him on down the road.
Injury timeout on the field.
Got a player down the field. Official timeout.
The injured commander.
Bringing the player off. Yeah, player coming off. Taylor coming off there. Let's see who's watching out there. We appreciate everybody tuning in this evening. Bobby Lee Russell, my good old magistrate from the big city of Mackville. Kobe Hughes. I think maybe we had to sneak Kobe in the second half.
Yeah, man.
We might need you. Don't get far away
Let's
now.
save you for basketball season. Okay?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Cynthia DeWitt. Norma Good's there. What's Norma saying? Hal, your broadcasting has been elegant to listen to this evening, and I appreciate that. By carrying Jimmy Wethington. Keep up the good work. There's the kick.
Nice kick.
Count it. Washington County 14. Thomas Nelson 0. We're back after this timeout. High school football. It's a G&G production.
Let me take just a second to tell you about Beach Fork. If you like sporting clays, guided hunts, and lodging, well, Beach Fork Outdoors is ready for you. They're located amidst the beautiful rolling hills of Springfield, Kentucky, in the heart of the Bourbon Trail. The Sporting Clays course exhibits scenery unlike any other. With 12 stations, the Upland Bird Hunting Package offers a vast acreage of well-maintained food plots. The Parlor is our lodge. It offers hearty southern home-cooked meals and a private living suite with breathtaking views. Beach Fork Outdoors, 2938 Mackville Road in Springfield, or call 859-481-5310.
The following is a paid advertisement.
The law office of Don Spalding McCauley is located at 144 West Main Street in Lebanon. Ms. McCauley handles cases in many areas in law, including DUI, DWI, divorce and family law, employee rights, real estate, wills and estates. The law office of Don Spalding McCauley is located in Lebanon at 144 West Main Street, or you may call her office today for an appointment at 270-692-0684.
Washington County will be kicking it away as they lead 14-0. 5:18 to go in the first half of play. Kick is over the middle and hold the phone.
Offsides, Washington County.
Offsides, Washington County.
Julian Hammis, the kicker. I think she's going to have to do it again.
And I believe they said last week. Well, she did. Did she score last week? She kicked the extra point.
She kicked the extra point.
She's the first girl in Washington County history Washington County history yet to score a point in a varsity game.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her.
Excellent. We're going to let her kick it again. Short kick. Looks like she'll be taken by Thomas Nelson at the 45, down the 48-yard line. Isaiah Mattingly on the stop. Ethan Mattingly on the stop. Smith with the run back. Zane Smith, 5'9" junior. Not much, but puts it 1st and 10 on the Generals 49, moving upfield with Thomas Nelson.
Now, I show Thomas Nelson so far with, what's that say, 8:13 left.
Mm-hmm.
Only running 6 plays so far in the first half. So they really need to put the drive together right here.
Wideouts on all sides. Andrew Smith takes the snap with the give. First man through right side. That was Chance Wimsett. He might gain one. 2nd down 9.
That'll be Logan Gillis in on that tackle.
Brings up 2nd down.
And I think Gabe Smith, too, if my eyes are not deceiving me. But good job so far. Washington County, we were wondering whose line, offensive, defensive lines, would win the battle tonight. So far, Washington County is dominating the battle up front.
Ball resting on the 50-yard line. One man in motion. There's a snap. The give again. It's going to go to Wimsett. Boy, they were on him that time, and Abel all over him.
How, and that's going to be, about a 3-4 yard loss.
3rd down. Ethan Barnes. He was doing a good job in on that last play. Really on the defense did a nice job. Here's third down.
I'll
Trips to
screen
the
the
right.
side.
Everybody looking to the right, but the official says no
Washington
good.
County,
Timeout,
yeah.
Washington County. We'll take a timeout. 3:53 to go in the first half. Washington County 14, Thomas Nelson 0. High school football is a G&G production.
I've always had a heart for the community. I grew up in Springfield. I currently serve as one of your Springfield City Councilmen. As owner of Snappy Tomato Pizza, I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce, where I have been recognized for several civic awards. Besides City Council, all the boards I sit on and the support I give to our community is on a volunteer basis. I have a heart of a servant, and I want to serve you even more as the next mayor of Springfield. I'm a community volunteer, a dedicated, loyal, and honest leader with no self-agenda. Because experience matters, integrity counts. I humbly ask you now for your vote. Chris Essex for Mayor of Springfield. This ad paid for by Essex for Mayor.
In 1937, community leaders from Bullitt, Nelson, Spencer, and Washington counties came together to form one of the earliest electric co-ops in Kentucky, Salt River Electric, celebrating 85 years in 2022. Throughout their anniversary year, they'll be celebrating the legacy of rural electricity and want their members to join in as they give away an $85 bill credit each month this year. Go to srelectric.com and enter into their $85 for 85 years giveaway today. srelectric.com/85FOR85.
Well, back to action. Thomas Nelson made an unbelievable play happen as Blake Greenwell, the 5'7" senior, able to take it all the way down into the red zone where it's now first and go.
Yeah, how they ran a sweep around the left side.
Do any replay on that, you think, since we were coming in? Let's try it, see what happened.
They ran a sweep around the left side, and then he cut back, and there was no containment.
Yeah, we're going to see the end of it, but
they're going to knock him down about the 4. That's going to be about a 48-yard
if you're a
gain.
Washington County fan, the end is just like the beginning. Boy, he took off. How many yards was that total?
48.
Yeah.
Thomas Nelson set up first and goal.
I didn't think if you're a Washington County fan it'd get any better. Leading by 14, having the ball in good position. And
Yeah.
the sounds of Merle Haggard playing in the background.
Well, we're lucky we come back from break late because you was getting ready to lose a lot of viewers because I was getting ready to break into some Merle.
We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. Back in a moment on G&G Productions.
At Stewart Powell Ford in Danville, you want your next car buying experience to go smoothly, and so do we. Our warm and welcoming hometown showroom in Danville is where our veteran staff of 20-plus years gives new meaning to the phrase, the Stewart Powell family. We proudly serve the entire state of Kentucky, so visit Stewart Powell and discover car shopping the easy way. And check out our world-class service department. Our easy plan doesn't stop when you drive off the lot. We stand behind your new Ford every step of the way. Stewart Powell Ford, 225 South Danville Bypass in Danville.
Back here at the Bernard Lewis Field in Springfield. First and goal for Thomas Nelson on the Commander 4. A little movement by Washington County.
Now, I think they're going. Washington County's pointing toward Thomas Nelson, and I think he's going to call it on Washington County. Looks like he's waving Washington County's way.
Only team I saw moving was Washington County. Yeah.
It's going to be half the distance to the goal house, so that's going to set them up around 2-yard line.
First and goal on the 2. So first and goal on the 2. There's a snap. Keeper trying to make it go in. I think they rolled him in. Touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown.
I want to say he's really played hard tonight. Xander Smith, the quarterback, takes it in for the touchdown, and just like that, it's 14-6.
Yeah, Hal, that's exactly what Thomas Nelson needed. They didn't have anything going at all. They'd only run 6 plays the whole first half, and then get a nice, break on that cutback and the penalty, and then here we go. Extra point away from being down by 7.
McMahon for the point after. Smith with the hold.
Timeout. Thomas Nelson.
Timeout. So we'll take a quick timeout. We're back in a moment on G&G Productions.
Businesses keep our world running, and Cintas keeps them running by helping them make sure workers are well equipped and companies are well prepared. Supplies are delivered and stocked. Facilities are clean and ready. Every day, over 1 million businesses depend on Cintas. Get Cintas and get ready for the workday.
Oh, I'm ready.
Washington County football is brought to you by the Springfield Presbyterian Church. As a family of believers, our purpose is to glorify God by loving Him, loving each other, growing in Christ-likeness, and making Jesus Christ known in word and deed. Springfield Presbyterian Church, 140 East Main Street, Springfield, Kentucky, or contact Reverend Clay Stevens at 859-481-6105.
Well, as you can see in the background, the extra point was good by Thomas Nelson. And just like that, Washington County 14, Thomas Nelson 7. We'll take another quick timeout. We're back in a moment on G&G Productions.
Snap, snap, Snappy Tomato Pizza.
We make your pizza with our authentic recipe.
Ooh, Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Hand stretch the dough and it's made fresh daily.
Ooh, Snappy Tomato Pizza. Snappy Tomato Pizza.
I'm ready for a Snappy Tomato Pizza right now. 111 East Main Street in Springfield. Call 859-336-9888 or order online at snappytomato.com. At Farmers National Bank in Lebanon, we'd like to say, wow! Wow! Thank you for voting us the best bank in Marion County, the best checking and savings in Marion County, the best loans and lending in Marion County, the best mortgages in Marion County, the best customer service in Marion County, and the one we're proud of, the best place to work in Marion County. Farmers National Bank, we're here for you. Farmers National Bank, 136 West Main Street in Lebanon and 2160 Campbellsville Highway. Farmers National Bank, member FDIC.
Well, after the Thomas Nelson score, we've got a new ball game going on here, 14-7.
Yeah, and a game.
Washington County up.
Yeah, and a game that Washington County looked like they were dominating Howbee, and now, we've got, a close game.
Out of bounds, and ball will be kicked out of bounds. So Washington County had a first and 10 on the 35-yard line. That's a great run by Greenville in that last series of play to really set up the score for the Generals.
Yeah, how it was, and most of it was done on his own. Like I said, The play was intended to go around the left end, and there was nothing there. Washington County had it, sealed off, and then he cut back, and Washington County lost backside containment, and then he was gone all the way down inside the 5-yard line.
So first and 10, Washington County on their own 35. Baker, back to throw. Looking, airs it out. It's going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was Camden Abel. It's second down.
How just a little bit overthrown. He had Abel on that out route there, and Abel got one hand on it. If he got it down just a little bit, that'd been a nice game for Washington County.
2:15 to go in the half. It'll be second down 10.
Yeah, I think so too. I looked over and I thought it was 3, and it showed 2. Now it's 2 again.
Wow. I can't tell. Baker on the pass to Jack Pettis. Pettis goes up with it. He's got some room. 45. 50, breaks another tackle. 45 down to the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Nice job, Howbee. That's
Nice
going
one.
to end up being a 25-yard gain.
Here's a Dr. Isaacs Industry instant replay. Pettis comes up with it. Nice little move there at the 40, moves inside. Caught right there at the 50, but makes way outside to the 40, 39-yard line. Nice run, Jack Pettis. Nice job. Dr. Isaacs Industry.
And nice blocking Howbee by his receivers there on that play.
Yeah, that's the The lights got me mixed up on the scoreboard. Pass complete on the far side. Stopped at about the 32.
I think that was Reynolds, Hal.
It was. Noah Reynolds with the catch.
And ended up going to gain about 5 yards.
Those of you that follow our broadcast for the band, you will not be disappointed. They are giving us information that the band is going to perform for about 2 minutes. And we're going to do everything we can to get that 2 minutes of their playing time on the air tonight, live and free for you.
Yeah, quick hitter up the middle by Furman, Hal, and Washington County just hoping to break one right there and might have gained a yard.
Yeah, 2:08 to go. They're going to call a quick timeout, be 3rd and long. We'll take a timeout. We're back in a moment. High school football. It's a G&G production.
It's a Kentucky fall tradition, the 53rd annual Marion County Country Ham Days, which will be held on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 23rd, 24th, and 25th in downtown Lebanon. It's a full weekend of fun, including great music, 2 hot air balloon events, a carnival, kids zone, arts and craft, a huge parade, classic car and truck and motorcycle show, one of the largest 5K runs in Kentucky, and of course, it's our famous Ham Days Breakfast. Marion County Country Ham Days in downtown Lebanon. Look for us online at hamdays.com. Sell with Hale, a house sold name. Whether you're buying or selling, maybe it's residential, farmland, auctions, lake, lots, commercial. Sale with Hale can help you today. Go online, check out our listings. Contact us today. Sale with Hale Realty and Auction, 208 North Walnut Street in Springfield. Call Sale with Hale Realty and Auction today at 859-336-8488. Sale with Hale, a house sold name.
Great pass. I'm sorry we were able to catch the tail end of it, but Baker able to hit Reynolds, and Reynolds called for a penalty. Don't know about that one.
How there was a great pass to the screen
replay on this.
And the guy
See if
just
you catch any part of that on the instant replay for me there, brother. Okay, that's fine.
And number 9 for Thomas Nelson just jumped in front of him, and they just barely touched. And the official, man, horrible call.
There's a nice combination between Baker and Reynolds.
Yeah, like I said, he sold that, and it was a bad sale.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to push Washington County all the way back to the 39.
Blocking the back against Washington County. 10-yard penalty.
So there's that block to the back.
I think our boy John Graves over there giving the official a hard way to go.
Baker. Oh, he's going to launch it downfield. Looking downfield, it's going to be incomplete. No flag on the play. Cam Abel was the intended receiver.
Now, wonder what you're going to do here. You know, Baker's the punter also, so you could do something tricky if you wanted. Or I don't know if he wants to just line up and.
Devin Willett was the defender on that one.
In their regular offense. Looks like they're going to send the punt team in. But right here is a good place as any if you're going to run a fake punt.
1:34 to go. Till the half. Sure. It's got Baker standing at the 50. Baker, the snap, the kick is up, the kick is end over end.
Man, nice kick.
Taken by Thomas Nelson. And stopped at the 8. No return that time as Michael Sewell picked it up. Boy, he was hit and hit hard.
Yeah, Hal, that was about a 31-yard punt, and he got tackled by the 8-yard line, at the 8-yard line. And you got to think Thomas Nelson's going to try to run this clock out here. I think Washington County's out of timeout, so I'd be surprised if you don't see 3 running plays on this.
A little air out of the ball and just try and revamp for the second half.
Yeah, they're going to get the opening kickoff, so they could come out.
They'll have the ball coming out in the 3rd.
And have a chance to tie the game up.
Thomas Nelson will line up. Xander Smith gives to the first man through.
Carried by number 7, Blake Greenwell.
It's Blake Greenwell.
Tackle made by number 6, Sean Spalding.
Spalding on the stop for Washington County.
Gain of
1 yard gain, how deep?
1 yard. Give him 1 yard.
You know, other than that 48-yard play, Washington County's defense has done a really good job tonight, Al. They've had about as many negative plays as they've had positive plays. But, you know, as we've seen many times out here, it doesn't take but one play.
Second down 9. Smith. Oh, a little give off to from the left-hand side.
Tackle made by
Maybe gets up to the 12. Abel on the stop.
I think there's Greenwell on the carry again.
Yeah, Greenwell on the carry on that. I see that number 7 now. I didn't catch it coming through. He just kind of tossed it up in the air, and Greenwell came up with it.
Yeah, Hal. And that's actually a pass play. And they do that in case the ball's dropped. It's incomplete pass.
Looks like they're going to third down. Let's see what they do. A lot of movement on the side of Thomas Nelson. Keeper this time by Smith. Straight up the middle. 20, 21. Gets the first down. That'll stop the clock. 1.7.
Nice run, about 8 yards for Smith.
John Graves joined Timmy Weathington at the half with a look at some of the stats. Again, we're going to be giving away the pass for the Youth Basketball League that'll be coming up. All you have to do is type up right now if you're just joining us. Hashtag Central KY Youth Basketball. You can see the flyer that we have. Mays Stallworth at Central Kentucky Sports Complex. It's having a league, boys or girls. You see the grades, and we're going to give it away. If you want in on it, we're going to give it away at the half. Hashtag Central KY Youth Basketball. Type it in, send it to us. That's what interactive broadcasting is all about. And that's what we try to do. We aim to please. We're going to give away a few things. Thanks to Mays Stallworth for his support of our programming, but also what he does for the community. Helping our young people participate in sports. Thank you there, my friend. Gail Jarbo. She's on there. Snap. The give. Greenwell. Clock goes off, or the horn goes off, I should say. That'll do it. He'll get about 6 yards, though. But that'll do it for the first half of play. And not a bad first half, Jimmy, if you look at it. Washington County came out early and scored, and they scored again, but Thomas Nelson, pretty unrelentless. They came back with another score.
Yeah, Hal, you know, I think it's kind of fun. You know, Washington County had a couple of more chances to score there, in the first half. They could have easily had 4 touchdowns. I think Thomas Nelson probably going in a little bit happier than Washington County is, just down 14-7.
Keep it right here. Jimmy and John will lead you through the half. Again, your score. Washington County 14, Thomas Nelson 7. High school football is a G&G production.
Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr. is a second-generation dentist in his hometown of Springfield, and he and his staff invite you to his office at 39 Bobolink Drive in Springfield. They offer family dentistry as well as digital dentistry where no impressions are needed. Their all-digital technology allows you to get crowns, bridges, partials, and implants with no discomfort. Results are more accurate and quicker. For family dentistry, see Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr., 39 Bobolink Drive in Springfield, or call today at 859-336-7680. Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr., a reason to smile since 1963.
Try to think of the most convenient bank service you could hope for. How about banking from your mobile phone? Well, Springfield State Bank has it. With our new mobile banking, you can monitor your checking account, transfer money, even pay your bills right from your cell phone. Enrollment is easy. Just visit our website at www.springfieldstate.com for details. Springfield State Bank. We're your locally owned community bank doing big bank things. We want to make banking easy for you. Springfield State Bank. Member FDIC.
What's up, football fans? The Springfield, Washington County Economic Development Authority wants to be your one-stop shop for finding a new career. Visit sweda.org/jobs to view current job openings right here in Washington County. Positions ranging from IT specialist, personal care monitor, safety and environmental, quality assurance, and many more. Full-time, part-time, whatever you may be looking for, we have something for you. So visit sweda.org/jobs.
Back here at Washington County High School, John Graves with Jimmy Wethington. We got to give the golden vocals of how good a break.
Yeah.
So he brings me in.
He's got two people. He's got two people working on his throat right now in the back.
I know it's back behind us. So I don't even want to go there. So, hey Jimmy, before we look at stats, let's we're gonna get the band on. They're gonna play a portion. We've talked to them tonight. We know what's going on. I'm going to look at the scoring summary, and then you can look at some stats. In the first quarter, at the 8:43 mark, there was a 10-yard run by Kayon Furman, new to Washington County. I'm sure you all have heard most of the talk on that one. But Washington County up 7-0. In the second quarter, Washington County put another score on the board by Furman on a 4-yard touchdown run to Washington County go up 14-0. And then Thomas Nelson kind of got a series together there, Jimmy, and was able to put a big play together. And, and there was a 2-yard touchdown run by Blake Greenwell. And that puts us where we are now, 14-7, Washington County up. Again, we're gonna stay here, and then when the band kind of starts their thing, we're going to break away and go down to them. Jimmy, you want to look at some of the stats?
Yeah, I did it again, John.
It's fine. I've been called worse.
First half, Washington County ran the ball 21 times for 93 yards, had 4 of 10 passing, 49 yards, a total of 146 yards on 25 plays. Thomas Nelson, 11 carries, 63 yards, 3 passing, 13 yards. Only 76 yards on 14 plays. But as we stand, it's just a one-score game.
It is, and a lot of those were chunk plays on one play. So let's go down to the field, Sean. Do we? You're not ready?
Yeah, and you're right. The 48 yards on one play. So other than that, Thomas Nelson only had 28 yards. Washington County's defense did a really good job. And, again, you had Washington County stall inside of the 20-yard line again and had 2 chances to score. So they've got to figure out what's going on there and punch that in. If they do, this is going to be a fairly easy win for them.
Well, and it's a different ballgame. I think there's a couple of those that they were looking for Furman to go in, a new guy that's been here a week, and, you're still trying to figure out the offense and some things. So, it brings a little different, but he's worth having a couple plays down here that don't go very well.
Yeah, and one thing about it, John, that that block in the back was a pretty bad call, or they would have scored there because.
Well, and then you look down, and on the end of that play, there was also a horse collar down here that they didn't call.
Yeah.
So we don't want to talk about the zebras, but we'll see what's going on. So we're gonna take a break. We're gonna send it down to the band.
The law firm of Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain has assisted the people of Central Kentucky for over 45 years. Whether it's closing on your new home, handling the estate of your loved one, business planning, or preparing for your family's future with wills and trust, we will call the right play for you. Like our Facebook page, give us a call, or visit us in downtown Springfield, and let Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain show you how our hustle and heart sets us apart.
Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain. Offices in downtown Springfield. 859-336-3901.
This is an advertisement.
Yep. Jimmy, we got good football. We've always got a good band here at Washington County. Again, a portion of their program, if you'd like to sponsor on upcoming games the full band presentation, give us a call at G&G. Get a hold of me or Hal, and we'll get you hooked up with that. So always looking for sponsors to bring us more, much more, as Hal likes to say. So, all right, we did this last week. I don't have the hats. I don't have a Thomas Nelson hat. I'll do better. But, all right, you're in Joe Peak's locker room. Skinner, what are you telling your guys?
Well, I'm telling them, look, hey, let's do what we do. It's 14-7 game. It's anybody's game. And that this first series, both on offense and defense, are big. If we can come down and score, that gives us all the momentum in the world. And then if we can score and get a stop, man, we really got it rolling. So that's what I would be focusing on.
All right, let's put that more comfortable color on. You're Eric Sagerson. You got the black flat bill going tonight with the big W and crosswords on it. What's Eric telling the kids in there?
I think he's going to be calm too, and again, like last week was, hey, let's fix our mistakes, okay? As long as we do what we do and do it good, we should come out with a win tonight.
All right. Well, we got more to come here at halftime. We're going to take a break, and after the break, we'll see what else Jimmy and I can come up to say. G&G Productions of Washington County and Thomas Nelson High School football.
Hi, I am John Hayden. I am your candidate for mayor of Springfield. Many people have asked me why I want to run for mayor. After some thought, I realized that my purpose is I love to serve. I am a leader in the business world. I am a family man, a husband to my wife Rose, a father to 4 children, and my favorite of all, granddaddy to 5 little ones. I love to serve in the community and I do it well. I feel that those things about my personality are a little of what I have to offer to the community that we all call home. I humbly ask for your vote in November and would love for you and your family to hop on our campaign trail with my family and I. Paid for by John C. Hayden for mayor.
The law firm of Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain has assisted the people of Central Kentucky for over 45 years. Whether it's closing on your new home, handling the estate of your loved one, business planning, or preparing for your family's future with wills and trust, we will call the right play for you. Like our Facebook page, give us a call, or visit us in downtown Springfield, and let Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain show you how our hustle and heart sets us apart.
Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain. Offices in downtown Springfield. 859-336-3901.
This is an advertisement.
Since 1951, Danville Office Equipment has dedicated itself to providing personal service and superior office products for our customers. We take a lot of pride in their success because that's how we measure ours. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
Now, if you don't have time to go to the grocery store, the great news is you can get quality beef delivered right to your front door from Rising Sons Beef. Rising Sons Beef is bred, born, and raised by the Settles, 4th and 5th generation farmers in Springfield. You can get Rising Sons antibiotic, steroid, and hormone-free beef delivered by the piece, package, or half cow. Buy a local Kentucky Proud product with Rising Sons Beef. Go to risingsonsbeef.com on the web or call 859-481-3216. Rising Sons Beef, full of flavor and fork tender.
Back here at Washington County High School, John Graves, Hal Good, Jimmy Wethington, we got them back there getting their massages in, getting all loose for the second half. It's going to be a thing all year, Hal, just so you know. And we want to introduce you to our newest camera guy, just all-around great guy, Lucas Ross. Lucas, welcome in. How are you doing tonight?
Good.
So tell us a little bit about your background. You've done a little work for radio. You're from Lebanon. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm the youngest family. I'm the youngest child of my family, and I called a game 2 years ago for WOKH 102.7. It was against John Hardin, number 2 team in the state. Marion County won that game. I mean, it was a dream come true of mine.
Yeah.
But I don't care what people say about me.
I don't care what they say about me either.
I think they just think I have a good personality.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you've done some radio, but how does it feel being on the TV side of things on Facebook Live here?
It's just a dream come true. I mean, I've had a tough year this year, and, I just like to thank God, the Lord above.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I just pray every single night that this would happen, and it's a good week.
Oh, good. Lucas, welcome to G&G. You're going to be seeing more of Lucas here with us as we do Marion County games and Washington County ball games. But, Lucas, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you. More to come. We're going to get back to the second half. I'm going to bring the real people in, Jimmy and Hal B, to call the second half. Back in a moment. Washington County and Thomas Nelson football, a G&G production.
Let me take just a second to tell you about Beach Fork. If you like sporting clays, guided hunts, and lodging, well, Beach Fork Outdoors is ready for you. They're located amidst the beautiful rolling hills of Springfield, Kentucky, in the heart of the Bourbon Trail. The Sporting Clays course exhibits scenery unlike any other, with 12 stations. The Upland Bird Hunting Package offers a vast acreage of well-maintained food plots. The Parlor is our lodge. It offers hearty southern home-cooked meals and a private living suite with breathtaking views. Beach Fork Outdoors, 2938 Macville Road in Springfield, or call 859-481-5310.
The following is a paid advertisement.
The law office of Don Spalding McCauley is located at 144 West Main Street in Lebanon. Ms. McCauley handles cases in many areas in law, including DUI, DWI, divorce and family law, employee rights, real estate, wills and estates. The law office of Don Spalding McCauley is located in Lebanon at 144 West Main Street, or you may call her office today for an appointment at 270-692-0684.
I've always had a heart for the community. I grew up in Springfield. I currently serve as one of your Springfield City Councilmen. As owner of Snappy Tomato Pizza, I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce, where I have been recognized for several civic awards. Besides City Council, all the boards I sit on and the support I give to our community is on a volunteer basis. I have a heart of a servant, and I want to serve you even more as the next mayor of Springfield. I'm a community volunteer, a dedicated, loyal, and honest leader with no self-agenda. Because experience matters, integrity counts. I humbly ask you now for your vote. Chris Essex for Mayor of Springfield. This ad paid for by Essex for Mayor.
In 1937, community leaders from Bullitt, Nelson, Spencer, and Washington counties came together to form one of the earliest electric co-ops in Kentucky, Salt River Electric, celebrating 85 years in 2022. Throughout their anniversary year, they'll be celebrating the legacy of rural electricity and want their members to join in as they give away an $85 bill credit each month this year. Go to srelectric.com and enter into their $85 for 85 years giveaway today. srelectric.com/85FOR85.
At Stewart Powell Ford in Danville, you want your next car buying experience to go smoothly, and so do we. Our warm and welcoming hometown showroom in Danville is where our veteran staff of 20 plus years gives new meaning to the phrase, the Stewart Powell family. We proudly serve the entire state of Kentucky, so visit Stewart Powell and discover car shopping the easy way. And check out our world-class service department. Our easy plan doesn't stop when you drive off the lot. We stand behind your new Ford every step of the way. Stewart Powell Ford, 225 South Danville Bypass in Danville.
Here's a question. How can something like floor mats help improve your business? How can this give your employees more confidence to do that? How can safety glasses make your company more productive? And how can the way you look change the way customers see you? For over 1 million companies, the answer is simple. Cintas. So to help keep your business well-equipped, clean, and looking its best, get Cintas. And get ready for the workday.
Well, back here at the Ben R. Lewis Field, Hal Goode, Jimmy Weathington. Great job at the half, fellows. Appreciate you all. Said we were going to give away a registration to the Youth Basketball League, the Central Kentucky Sports Complex. May Starworth, thank you. We had several people that jumped on board to give this away, and I can't believe who the winner is. But we appreciate him listening. I'm talking about Jeremy Bowman of Lebanon, one of the Bow brothers. Jeremy, you're the winner of that pass. You can get with Mays and tell him you were the guy that typed up and jumped on board and said, hashtag Central KY Youth Basketball. You're the winner. Congratulations. Compliments of G&G Productions. That's pretty good there, you know. Nice little giveaway on the radio.
Yeah, really nice.
Couldn't do that years ago. Giving away stuff like that. During the middle of a ball game. Giving away stuff.
Times they are changing.
14-7, Washington got to kick it away. They'll kick it away to do just that. Thomas done some problems at the 31, but they'll come up with it. 35, 36-yard line. And Rayleigh on the stop for Washington County. With the run was Zane Smith. I stand corrected. Was Tevin Willett, the senior.
Yeah, Hal, and that sets Thomas Nelson up at their own 37. And, you know, the first half, Washington County only gave up one really big play, that 48-yarder. So let's see what they do if they come back out here.
Which led to the score.
Yeah, and dominate again, or if Thomas Nelson thinks they found something.
1st and 10. Thomas Nelson on their own 37, moving upfield. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. That being Zane Smith here on the near side. Senior quarterback Xander Smith. He's a junior. A lot of moving around going out there. What's up out there, Skinner?
Yeah, it looks like the linebackers are switching sides, Hal.
Yeah.
And Ethan Madden usually plays outside linebacker. I mean, he's backed all the way up at a safety spot almost.
Move it again. I bet that's Carrico moving.
So now Ethan's back up here on the line of scrimmage on the left-hand side.
There's a snap. Give to Greenville. Greenville makes his turn right into Reynolds.
Man, Reynolds
on the 42.
Has had a really good game from that safety spot, Hal. He's come up and ended up getting a 6-yard game, but he stopped a lot of runs. It could have been bigger gains.
I was going to say toward the end, don't know what kind of second half he had, but his first half in defense was really good. Noah Reynolds did a nice job.
And Hal, that's what you need when you have a sweep like that. You've got to have your linebackers eating up the blocks, and then have your in corner, and then have your safety come up and make that tackle.
2nd down and 5. Snap. Give off the right side. 49. Flags.
We got a flag on the play.
They'll say it's a first down, and that was Chance Swimsit with the run.
It's going to be a first down if it stands, Hal, but
Yeah,
I got
but
a
I
feeling
don't
this
know
is
if
going to
it'll
be, I think it's coming back too. Personal foul. Face mask. No.
Commanders.
So,
ooh. Talking about ouch, ouch.
Yeah. That's going to set them up at about the Washington County 36 out.
Yeah. Not only will the first down count, they're going to take about 15 yards on.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Right at the 36.
That is exactly what you didn't want if you were Washington County.
And now you got Thomas Nelson's got a little momentum, Hal B.
1st and 10. On the Commander 36. Here's Smith. One man in motion. Greenville gives to the left. Up downfield.
Oh, that ball come loose. And Washington County's got it.
The Commanders come up with it. That fumble on the play. Washington County comes up with it. We'll watch it again, Jimmy.
Yeah, Hal, I'm not sure. Let's see who pulled that out there. He did a great job pulling that out there. See if we can get that number. That's Abel again, or Reynolds again. That's 12. Another good job by Noah Reynolds to Hal B to pull that ball out.
Well, they pull him up off the pile and find the ball at the bottom. Yeah, Thomas Nelson, they were moving the ball, and it now looks like we have an official timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. 10:49 to go in the third. Washington County 14, Thomas Nelson 7. High school football. It's on the G&G Productions.
Snap, snap, Snappy Tomato Pizza.
We make your pizza with our authentic recipe.
Ooh, Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Hand stretch the dough and it's made fresh daily.
Ooh, Snappy Tomato Pizza. Snappy Tomato Pizza.
I'm ready for a Snappy Tomato Pizza right now. 111 East Main Street in Springfield. Call 859-336-9888 or order online at snappytomato.com.
Carrico, a little run up the middle before we can jump back in here. Gets to the 34. Give him about 7. It'll be, looks like getting about 5. Second down and 5.
Yeah, nice little run on a little inside handoff to Carrico. Got about 5 yards, setting Washington County up with a nice 2nd and 5. Big play again. How being we can't say enough about Noah Reynolds and the game he's played on defense tonight.
Second down 5. There's the draw play.
Don't think he's going to gain anything on that, Hal.
Nothing fancy on that for Washington County, and Thomas Nelson all over it.
Yeah, that quarterback read again. They ran it 3 or 4 times the first half, and got a lot of yards out of it. At that time, Thomas Nelson did a good job adjusting. Remember, Coach Peak before the game talked about how proud he was of his kids not giving up last week. Man, they've come out here in the third quarter, and they look like they're ready to play.
Philip Jamison Jr. watching from Henry County. Todd Lanham watching from Louisville. Little Todd and Cliff Peak watching from good old Marion County tonight. Third down. There's the snap. There's the give. Here's the run. That's Reynolds again.
Yeah, he's not going to get it, Hal.
To about the 37.
Yeah, he got about 3
short.
yards.
Yeah, 4th down. 9:15 to go in the third quarter.
Man, and I think you're going to get this ball right back to Thomas Nelson team that's got a lot of momentum on their side. They were driving that last series before the fumble.
Oh, they felt good. They were feeling good.
Yeah.
Moving the ball. Had some success in that third quarter. Of course they felt good.
For Thomas Nelson.
Commanders had to put it away.
Yeah.
Baker, he'll do those duties. Kicks it up. What a punt.
Nice high kick.
Fair catch. Taken by Michael Sewell.
About a 30-yard kick, no return now.
Yeah, at least. So put on 34.
By Bo Baker.
So Bo Baker with another 30-yard plus punt. With 8:37 to go in the third quarter of play. Washington County 14, Thomas Nelson 7.
All right, Thomas Nelson was running the ball good, Hal, that last series until that fumble. I think they're going right back to it.
Thomas Nelson on the offense. Back with Sanders Smith. He'll give off the right side.
And
lays
again.
the head down, 40 to 41-yard line.
At about a 6 yards, Hal, 6, 7 yards.
I stand corrected. Run was by Wimsett. Wimsett and Greenville have been running the ball
7 on the play brings up
in and out.
Ball spot on the 41-yard line.
Wimsett on that one makes it second down and 3.
Thomas Nelson's found something, Hal. They're getting 4, 5, 6, 7 yards every run.
Second down and 3. We're going to line up wide to the right. Stacking it. Gives it to go to Chance Wimsett. I think he'll get the first down.
Yeah, you got about, they're going to give him about a 6-yard gain now.
Nice gainer.
With Lucas Carrico, carry by number 20.
They found something here with Wimsett running the ball off this right side, Hal.
6 on the play results in a first down.
Got a little space over there.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Yeah, Thomas.
Let's go, Red. Let's go.
Thomas Nelson looking to score. First down, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On the 47. That would be Thomas Nelson's 47. Players moving around. That was Greenwell moving Wimsett around. Now the fake to Greenwell. Nope, to give to Greenwell. Look at him go. Into Commander territory at the 47.
He's going to end up getting about 6 yards now.
He was a house of fire when he took off.
6 on the play.
Blake Greenwell, senior. 5'7", 132 pounds.
Michael Soul brings up second down. Ball spot on the 47-yard line.
On the 47. Second down 4, moving downfield. Second down and 4 on the 47. Out that wing T. One man in motion. The fake, back to throw Smith. Over the middle, complete.
Hey, I think he caught it. Yeah, good call,
at the
Hal.
40. And stopped. Come up with it is Sewell, Michael Sewell.
Yeah, he fumbled
He's
it.
just a sophomore,
Yeah.
and he fumbled it.
Yeah, didn't fumble. He bobbled the ball, Hal. And yeah, I thought he fumbled
he
it
was on
first,
the
but he
road to
bobbled it.
fumble
Yeah.
it. He was on the road to
And
fumble
ended up catching it and getting a nice gain and
Sure
giving
did.
a nice first down. And that's going to end up being, what, about a 7-yard gain?
Mm-hmm.
I can't say red. Let's go, move.
14 to 7. Washington County with the lead. 6:04 to go in the third. Snap, the give. There we go with Greenville.
Tackle made by Gabe Smith.
Not much. Cut downfield.
Might have
to
gained a
about
yard on that, Hal, too.
36.
Oh, gave him 4.
Well, that's more than I thought he got.
Yeah, me
Second
too.
down. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Ethan Manley brings the play in.
By 30 on the clock.
Smith. On 1st and 6. Pass left side complete.
He's caught again.
Nice job by Michael Sewell. Don't know if he was able to stop him from getting that first down.
Gain of 4 brings up.
Yeah, gain of 4 to his third down.
And how I hate to state the obvious, but it's 4 down territory here, so they got 2 downs to get the first down.
Third down and 2. And the give goes right side Greenwell. Greenwell, first down and
Oh, what a
more.
run.
21-yard line, finally stopped for a first down, Thomas Nelson.
He ended up getting about 10 yards
I
out.
told you we come in at the half, they are feeling it. Gain of 10.
I tell you what they found is Greenwell, he has done a great job since the late in the second quarter. Blake Greenwell, number 7, Hal, and he's been the focus of their offense.
4:30 to go in the third. Washington County 14. Thomas Nelson 7. Thomas Nelson break from the huddle. Both teams setting up. Nelson County on the offense. Thomas Nelson should say.
Oh, good play, Al.
County on the defense. Give goes right over the left side to Devin Willett. He is hit by Bird and lost 4 yards. Nice job.
Al, and that is just what Washington County needed. A negative play. Got him in a, second about 13. So now if they can get a good stop on here, if they can stop them and keep behind the chains, you got to feel like on third down, Thomas Nelson will almost have to pass.
Give left side. Look at Wimsett.
He's
Breaks
gonna
a
end up,
tackle.
getting about 5 to 6 yards out.
Thomas Nelson moving the ball. Todd Lanham, a friend from Kentucky Leadership. Good old Washington County boy at heart. Doing well down in Louisville. How many years have you been calling these games? Well, I remember I was doing it when you were out there catching the ball. Too long. About 32.
Third and about 6
I think it's
out.
about 33. I lost my count. She was at 1989. Help me, Skinner.
That's
1989
that's
was my first
33.
year. That's 33.
Yeah.
Timeout Washington.
Actually 34 because you got to count 89 too. So
Well,
that's
89
34.
was the year we got started. That's when 102.7 WMQQ got underway. That's when Young, we got timeout on the field. We'll keep it here for just a second.
That just means we're
As
getting
we have
old, you know.
2:42 left to go in the third period of play. Washington County 14, Thomas Nelson 7. Young Hal Good took off that robe from Eastern Kentucky University and headed to the workforce. Worked for Ed O'Daniel and Henry Lackey at WMQQ 102.7 FM. Wow. Where we did the best sports ever. Henry Lackey was the best.
I
We did
remember
fans in the stands.
I remember listening to Bill Cody. You know Bill Cody down there in Nashville. I remember listening to call Marion County.
Henry Lackey, though, I'm telling you, man. He'd call Henderson County sports. He was awesome.
Yeah.
He was awesome. Wow. Fans in the stands. We all had a big time. 3rd and 6.
Oh, that's
yeah,
going to be
a flag on Thomas
Yeah,
Nelson.
I think it's going to be on
It's
Thomas
probably
Nelson
a false
too.
start. We heard it down there from some of the folks in the press box up here. Good call on this.
That's going to be big either
That's a
way,
big
whoever
play.
it's on.
That's
Yeah.
a big break for Washington County.
Yeah.
False start.
Yeah, false start on Thomas Nelson.
That's going to put them in 3rd and 11 now.
Yep.
Replay. Third down.
Puts the ball back on the 23. It's a 3rd and 11, ball on the 23. 2:41 to go in the third. It's 14-7. Washington County leading by a touchdown. Quick trip to the huddle and no break. Thomas Nelson. Now the shotgun with Smith, and I think
that might be a delay of game.
It's going to be against Thomas
Yeah.
Nelson. I believe they did. I agree with you. I think they did.
Yeah, another false start.
Another false start. Well, there you go. False start, Thomas Nelson.
Replay. Third down.
We're talking about those two penalties back to back on Thomas Nelson in the closing minutes of the third quarter of play when they were really just on the doorstep to punch that ball in.
Yeah, how both
Now
teams.
3rd and 16 on the 27.
Both teams have struggled inside
Correct.
the 20-yard line. Second game in a row for Washington County.
Trying to finish.
Yeah.
Trips to the right. One wide out to the left. Sanders Smith, flag down the play. Wow. Delay a game again.
Wow.
Game. Thomas Nelson.
Wow.
5-yard penalty. Replay.
That's the fourth penalty in a row.
Yep. Now they took them from 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 22, 3?
21. 3rd and 21. He's going to rest the ball until the 32. Wow. This needs to get a play off. Back to Smith. Took it. This play will work. Getting some pressure. And they'll air it out. Downfield, have an open receiver. It's tipped
good
away.
Defensive play.
Wow, what a great defensive play. Incomplete. Coker, great job.
Yeah, Hal.
I
don't know if he was
in
inbound or not.
Hopefully we can see all of that. Coker did a great job.
Yeah, single coverage, Hal B. With him all the way. Great job turning his hips. And look, hits the ball just as soon as he hits him. Great defense play. You can't do it any better at high school, Hal, than that.
Timeout on the field. Nope, I thought we had timeout. Looks like it's not the case. It's 4th down. 4th and 21, ball on the 32.
And you figure
so now they're
you got to punt the ball.
Yeah,
you got
a situation for Thomas Nelson.
Try to pin Washington County back and hope they make a mistake down here near the goal line.
Sure, taking a lot of time. When they came off 2 penalties and 2 delay of games,
Hal, they're lining up like they're going to go for it.
Well, they are. Doesn't
Yeah.
look like a punt. They're going to go for it. 4th and 21.
Another flag. Another delay of game. It's going to be 4th and 26. Ooh.
Boy,
that's 20 yards in penalties the last 5 plays.
Penalty on Thomas Nelson. Moves it back to the 37-yard line. It's 4th and 26. There's a snap. Keeper by Smith. Trying to make something happen. Caught.
Man.
Hit.
Great job by Washington County.
Brought down.
Baker, Dustin Taylor, both. Hal Baker slowed him down. Taylor coming in and cleaned it up. And how that was a strange call to me. That was a strange call. I think I would have punted the ball. In hindsight's always 20/20, but
well, you're trailing by 7. You got 2:23 to go in the 3rd. I don't know. The thing that I'm sure Coach Speak didn't want to do was give Washington County this ball back. So 1st and 10. Washington County on their own 38.
Let's see if Washington
moving upfield
can get a drive going, Hal.
There's a step. Flipping the backfield. Here we go off the right side. Roll space 40.
That's
flag down. 45-50 down to 49.
Multiple flags on the play.
Hal, these flags way back here behind the
I'm
play.
still trying to catch the number of the player.
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
I don't know if that was Thurman. I
Yeah.
haven't seen Thurman, but it was Thurman on the run.
Yeah, it was him on the run, but the flag was 10 yards behind the play.
Holding. Washington County.
If you're that far behind, if you're an offensive lineman that far behind the running back, you just need to let it go.
Yep.
Because, man, that you go from a 14, 15-yard run to now you're set up in 1st down and about 18.
Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. 2:14 to go in the 3rd. Washington County 14. Thomas Nelson 7. High school football. It's a G&G production.
A G&G live free production.
Are you tired of paying rent? Do you dream of owning your own home? Now's the time to make that dream a reality. 270-402-4036. Lisa Kearns Realtor, Exit Realty Bluegrass, 270-402-4036. Call or text Lisa Kearns, the helpful agent.
Back here at Washington County High School, how good Jimmy Wethington. 1st down now and 19, ball on the 29.
A big loss, Hal. A big
Both
run.
these teams want to get out of this 3rd quarter of play. Baker, back to throw. Long down to Reynolds. He's going to get it incomplete.
Man, there would have been a heck of a catch, but nice throw. Just a little bit high.
Reynolds come back, tried to pull it in, but a little too much.
Nice play call.
A little out of reach.
Washington County's run screen so successful, and then that time they faked that screen and had Reynolds go deep over to the sideline, and just probably the length of a football from being a completion.
Second down, 19. Ball on the 29. Washington County on their own 29, moving upfield. Leading by 7. Here's the give. Thurman. Lays his head down, 33-yard line.
Yeah, end up going to be just about 2 or 3 yards.
Thurman. Not a big gain, but a gain nonetheless. Gain of 3.
Third down.
And at 35 to go, clock continues to run. Third down and 16. Commanders spread their wings, and there's Baker back to throw over the middle, incomplete.
Middle screen, Hal.
See who that was intended for.
I think it was Pettis.
Lucas Carrico.
Oh, Carrico.
Carrico.
The Commanders.
It's fourth down.
Yeah, and
They're
Hal.
going to be punting this one away.
I think you called it right just a second ago. You said both these teams be glad to get out of this quarter because it's been
a rough one on them.
Yeah, it has not been a very well played quarter.
Yeah.
By either side.
Baker pointing to the far side. He does take the snap. Gets away a nice punt straight up the middle. Taken by Thomas Nelson, drop, but picked back up by Smith. 40 down the 45-yard line. Stop there. Michael Sewell was the receiver of the punt. Just went right through his hands and dropped it. So was able to pick it back up.
About a 34-yard punt, Hal.
Ball on the 45-yard
Ball on the 45-yard line. About first and 10, Thomas Nelson.
And again, good field position for Thomas Nelson to start your drive.
Excellent. Near side, Zane Smith lines up. The snap, the give. Here we go, second man through. It's going to be Chance Wimsett.
Chance Wimsett.
Going to give him about 3 yards, Hal.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Like you swallowed it.
Hal, I think Washington County's defensive line won the first half, but so far, third quarter, I think Thomas Nelson's done a really good job.
Second and 7. Flag down the play. Here we go again with Wimsett.
Just as I say that, there's going to be a holding call.
Holding. Thomas Nelson.
All these
10-yard penalty from the spot.
bugs have drawn to light.
Second down.
I think I've swallowed about 3 of them here the past half an hour.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the 6th penalty on Thomas Nelson this quarter, Hal.
Yeah, it's been one
And
of
still
those,
just 14-7, you know.
gosh, you're a 7-point lead, man. You feel
Yeah.
good. You're ready to get into the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
play.
exactly.
Get this thing into the fourth and get it going. See what we need to do to come out with a W tonight. Both these teams are hungry to win. Second down, 17. So probably the last play of the quarter. The snap, Smith back to throw, getting pressure. Over the middle, incomplete.
How I think that was Abel that put the pressure on him, made him throw that too faster. That might have been a completion, but great job, Camden Abel, get in there and make him throw it a little bit earlier than he wanted to. Now that's the first incompletion that I show him having. Now most of the passes have been just little where he sent somebody in motion and pitched it to him, or screen passes, but he was 7 for 7 going into that pass.
This will definitely be the last play of the third quarter. Smith at the snap. Back to throw, looking deep. That'll be a pass interference down there.
Yeah, Hal, and I
it
think
was intended for Michael Sewell, and he was hammered underneath.
Hal, if that would have been a well thrown ball, it probably would have been incomplete, but it was underthrown, and the receiver started coming back, and when he did, the Washington County defender, and I didn't catch the number, but anyway, it's just hard not to interfere when the ball's underthrown like that.
He gives Washington County, so the clock stopped. Scores Washington County 14, Thomas Nelson 7.
Penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Penalty won't stop play, though, will it? Will they get a play off of that?
I think they'll mark it, and then I think just at the end of the game. I think they'll mark it, and then they'll end the quarter.
Let's see. This is out there.
Yeah, I think they're going to mark it and start right there. Yeah, it looks like they're figuring out where to mark it to start the fourth.
We don't have too far to go.
Yeah. He's going to the sideline with football.
I don't know if they're going to complete this or not.
Yeah, they're moving it to the other hash. It was on the right hash, so they moved it to that side, so it'll be on the right hash.
Haven't on the far side, have they? They're getting ready to, but they haven't sent the players. Oh, now they are. Send them to the bench. We'll get our break in as well. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Getting ready for the fourth quarter of play. Washington County 14, Thomas Nelson 7. Back in 30 on G&G Productions.
For a lot of people, home ownership is a big to-do list item that has to get checked before you feel like you're a grown-up, living your best life. If you're ready to check that box, talk to Derek Brussel at Farmers National Bank. Derek specializes in guiding first-time home buyers, young borrowers, and other newbies toward a responsible, manageable, fulfilling financial future. Visit farmersnational.bank to get in touch. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402972.
Back here getting ready for the fourth quarter of play. We want to congratulate Jeremy Bowman. Jeremy Bowman, one half of the Bow Brothers, wins a free youth league basketball for his child there at the Central Kentucky Sports Arena. Jeremy Bowman of Lebanon. That's not for you, J-Bo. You can't do that. No, you can't participate. It has to be one of your kids. So we'll let you choose that. But congratulations for winning that. See May Stallworth. I know you can see him or you can see me and we'll take care of you. But we're back to action and with Thomas Nelson. Run off the left side. Thomas Nelson really going back to work. They've been going to Greenville a lot. They go to Greenville again, Skinner, and here it is. It's going to be fourth and short.
Yeah, I was going to say they didn't give him a first down on that
they sure did.
interference. So.
They sure didn't. I haven't figured that one out yet. So now it's fourth down and 1.
Ball.
Thomas Nelson. Off that Delaware wing. Sanders Smith giving his players.
You better get it off.
You better hurry up. Snap keeps it. Right side. First down and more.
He's got it easy now.
43 down to 42. Yeah, he gets it easily. Under 11 minutes to go. First down, Thomas Nelson.
About a 4-yard gain now.
Yeah, that for the first down.
And, they're not doing anything fancy. They've had that one big play, but still, almost everything on my sheet here is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, So they're getting just, enough yards to keep the chains moving if they don't get penalties.
First and 10 on the 43 of Washington County. Here's Smith. Keeps it. Juke Boone trying to make it happen. Couldn't make nothing happen. Pull Baker on the stop.
Might have gave him one, Hal.
They're going to give him one on that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he gets one on that. Second down 9. Thomas Nelson. They've had much more ball control in the second half.
Yeah, Washington County
All
only
the time.
ran about 5 plays,
They
5 or 6
haven't had
plays,
it
yeah.
much at all. Give goes right side to Winston.
Carry with number 21, Chance Winston.
Got what, about 2 or 3?
On the stop.
He didn't get much.
Dustin Taylor also
himself.
on the stop. Brings up.
So third down,
Yeah, it's going
Thomas
to be
Nelson.
3rd and almost 7 now. 7.5. Or 6.5, I'm sorry.
Third down and 7. Couple wide outs there to the left. There's the snap. Give straight up the middle. Oh, there's a space in there.
Oh,
Off
man.
the left
what a run.
side and the flag down on
That's
the
probably going to
play.
be on Washington
It's gonna
County.
be on the stop.
I think it's going to be a personal foul. I think it might be targeting.
It's going to be a first down, Thomas Nelson.
Yeah.
I think it will be too.
About a 12-yard run, and I think we're going to see personal foul. Yeah, face
Yeah.
mask.
Face mask, the penalty against Washington County.
Yeah, but tough run in there. And we've seen good runs by this evening.
Yeah.
Wimsett.
That's
That's
gonna-
one of his best.
Yeah, that's going to take it. Yeah, because he
It puts him in great position.
probably should have been stopped in the backfield on that Halby. He made a great move, and then when he did, he broke the line of scrimmage, and they're going to mark it inside the 15, right about the 14.
Ball on the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Thomas Nelson.
First and 10, ball on the 14. There's a snap. The give. Straight up to middle, Greenwell. 10 to the 8 to the 7.
Smurfett on the
I
tackle.
say Greenwell. It's Benningfield with the carry on that one.
8 on the play.
That's his first carry,
Second
yeah.
down.
A good one it was, though. 8 yards going to put him in, well, actually about 7 yards. It looks like
Yeah.
they marked him over there.
Second down, 4. Smith, the keeper. Oh, he's going to try and make that turn. Can
I
he
think
make
he's
it?
gonna get in there.
Head to the
Yeah.
end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Thomas Nelson.
Touchdown, Xander Smith.
There is a flag on the play.
Flag on the play on this one, Skinner, so hold the phone.
Yep. Let's see what the call is. This is going to be big. I know one sideline is not going to be happy. Well, the white hat's gone over to Thomas Nelson.
Going over to Coach Peak over there.
Yeah, I'm sure he's asking him. I mean, it's on Washington County. He's asking him if he wants to take it
Oh, yeah. he
here
wants to
or
touch-
on the
yeah,
kick.
He wants to touchdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want the 6.
Yeah.
Unsure what the penalty is.
So now, let's see what happens here.
What was it, Mike?
Now they're going to bring McMahon out.
I think
McMahon's
Thomas
coming
Nelson's
out.
short a player to get somebody on late.
Yeah, here he comes. McMahon on the kick. This is so
Big
important.
kick. Yeah, big kick.
Kick. Oh,
It's
Oh.
good.
he made it. Kick is good.
Good. Your score.
So,
Nelson 14.
with 8:13 to go in this one,
14.
we're all knotted up at 14-all. Thomas Nelson, Washington County. We're back in just a moment. High school football is a G&G production.
It's a Kentucky fall tradition, the 53rd annual Marion County Country Ham Days, which will be held on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 23rd, 24th, and 25th in downtown Lebanon. It's a full weekend of fun, including great music, 2 hot air balloon events, a carnival, kids zone, arts and craft, a huge parade, classic car and truck and motorcycle show, one of the largest 5K runs in Kentucky, and of course, it's our famous Ham Days Breakfast. Marion County Country Ham Days in downtown Lebanon. Look for us online at hamdays.com. Sell with Hale, a house sold name. Whether you're buying or selling, maybe it's residential, farmland, auctions, lake, lots, commercial. Sale with Hale can help you today. Go online, check out our listings. Contact us today. Sale with Hale Realty and Auction, 208 North Walnut Street in Springfield. Call Sale with Hale Realty and Auction today at 859-336-8488. Sale with Hale, a house sold name.
Well, Thomas Nelson's made this a ball game. Touchdown and the extra point good, 14-14. All we need are lights and hearts because we need more people to thank these players for the hard job they're doing tonight and join on board. Let's make this fourth quarter a big watched quarter. So give us a big thumbs up as it's a swift kick. Washington County takes it. Had good hands on that first line of defense.
Looking for the number, Hal.
Spalding.
Yeah.
John Spalding. Is his first name John, I believe.
Sean. Yeah, Hal, and I think he recovered the first one at the beginning of the game. So good job. Yeah.
Well, good hands. Put him on that front line. So good hands by Spalding. So it will be Washington County's ball. That's one thing we do know. Commanders will now have it with 8:11 to go, 1st and 10. Ball on the 33, and they need to not be in a big hurry. They need to get this ball down the field and score, and that's not a good way to start.
That's not. See what they're calling. How Washington County only ran 5 plays in that quarter.
Not a good quarter by both
All
teams.
sides. You're right. It wasn't a good quarter of football. But I think it was a lot better quarter for Thomas Nelson than Washington County.
I agree. I think it was as well. I think so as well.
Let's see if Washington County can get some momentum going. They got a break there on first down, a penalty. No, they got a 1st and 5.
Here we go. Flip in the backfield, fumble. And now the ball picked up a fumble by Washington County. Commanders pick it up.
Yeah, Carrico fumbled it twice, Hal.
Here's Dr. Isaacs on the instant replay.
Quick pitch, Hal, and he fumbled the pitch and then got hit. When he picked it up, got hit as soon as he did and fumbled again. Washington County is really lucky to recover that. A loss of about 7, so it's going to put them up 2nd down and 12.
2nd down and 12. One thing I think about this way Thomas Nelson's been playing, Washington County can ill afford to give them this ball back.
I agree, Hal. I think they need to at least flip the field. They haven't gotten anything going at all in the second half, and Thomas Nelson has, 5, 6, 7 yarded them to death.
Washington County take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 14-14. Thomas Nelson, Washington County. High school football, a G&G production.
Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr. is a second-generation dentist in his hometown of Springfield, and he and his staff invite you to his office at 39 Bobolink Drive in Springfield. They offer family dentistry as well as digital dentistry where no impressions are needed. Their all-digital technology allows you to get crowns, bridges, partials, and implants with no discomfort. Results are more accurate and quicker. For family dentistry, see Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr., 39 Bobolink Drive in Springfield, or call today at 859-336-7680. Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr., a reason to smile since 1963.
Try to think of the most convenient bank service you could hope for. How about banking from your mobile phone? Well, Springfield State Bank has it. With our new mobile banking, you can monitor your checking account, transfer money, even pay your bills right from your cell phone. Enrollment is easy. Just visit our website at www.springfieldstate.com for details. Springfield State Bank, we're your locally owned community bank doing big bank things. We want to make banking easy for you. Springfield State Bank, member FDIC.
Thurman with the run gained 7 yards on that. That was a big run.
Yeah, how it was.
Was able to get in and made that one happen. And now it's going to be a 3rd down.
And about 5.
About 5, yeah, I agree with you. 3rd and 5.
Might be a second snap again here.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was.
Somebody jumped.
Yeah.
Well, I think somebody did jump on the far side.
They did, Hal. Right side defensive end. I can't get a number 60. Number 60.
Yeah, 60 on that. Well, for Thomas Nelson, that would be Andrew Blanton, senior.
Yep. Just a little, Hal, but enough for Washington County to get to 5 yards, and that gives them a 1st down. And that was huge for Washington County, Hal, because they had 0 momentum going.
1st down. 6:41 to go. Got several viewers on hand tonight. Thanks for joining in. Give goes to Thurman. Thurman straight down the middle.
Yeah.
48
He's going to get out to the 48 for about a 5-yard gain.
We appreciate all the viewers this evening. We ask you to give a thumbs up because it does help us spread our broadcast. So thumbs up for what you like seeing tonight. Looks like we may be chewing on that thumbnail a little bit. This is getting the nail biter going on out here.
Yeah,
tied up at 14-0.
These two teams have had some awfully good games. I remember being in a hotel room in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you and I think John or Matthew Thomas were calling the game, and it was a wonderful game. It was unbelievable.
Here we go off the outside. Nice turn by Washington County. 50 all the way down the sidelines. Thurman, 40 to the 35, down to the, he may be knocked out at the 30, but he got all the way down the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Hal, and he's going to be about a 22-yard run, Hal. And he did a lot of this on just with a quick pitch. He makes that guy miss, runs through that tackle, and then gets shoved out and right about to where they marked it, the 30. 31, and Hal, that was going to be a 21-yard gain for Kayon Furman.
Let's take another quick timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second. We're back in a moment on G&G Productions.
What's up, football fans? The Springfield, Washington County Economic Development Authority wants to be your one-stop shop for finding a new career. Visit sweda.org/jobs to view current job openings right here in Washington County. Positions ranging from IT specialist, personal care monitor, safety and environmental, quality assurance, and many more. Full-time, part-time, whatever you may be looking for, we have something for you. So visit sweda.org/JOBS.
Player down for Washington County, and right now that's Kayon Thurman who's down on the field, and they're attending to him right now. We hope nothing has happened to him where we can't get him up and maybe get him back over here. I see some players getting up. He had a lot of players around him naturally, so, but, boy, that was a, gosh, man, that's almost like a tough man's run.
Yeah, it was, Hal B. That was, I think, 95% of that run was him.
Yeah, he's up and walking off. That's good.
He's walking off gingerly, Hal, but good to see he's walking.
Like my dad always says, you know, you talk about families. I always heard of some Thurmans. There were some Thurmans that grew up around where I grew up at. They were all tough. You know, they're the kind that would cut like 3 rows of tobacco and drink a half a glass of water. Tough. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, man.
Tougher than a pine knot.
There you go.
Tougher than a $2 turkey.
We got another one here, man. This guy is tough. I've been impressed with him tonight.
All right, let's see
playing.
how he's come in and
he's got the trainers with him.
And ran for 33 yards on this drive. Let's see what Washington County can do with him on one side.
31 is where they say he ran out at. Baker on the pass, able to hit it. Oh, it's going to be incomplete. They thought it was a catch by Smurfett, but they're going to say Smurfett didn't hang on to it long enough.
Yeah, how
that was dangerous.
Yeah, it was, and man, they're asking a whole lot of Bo to throw that ball that far across the field on that pass. It takes a long time to get it over there, and you got to hold your blocks a long time. So, now if he caught it, it probably was going to be a really good run, but now you're 2nd and 10.
Come on, Blue! Like Skinner said, 2nd and 10 on the 31. Washington County moving downfield. Baker takes it through traffic, throws it over the head of the intended.
He had him too, Hal, and his momentum just made him get a little bit too much air underneath that.
For the intended receiver.
It's hard to
Maybe
take
third
that
down.
momentum off that ball when you're going toward the receiver. And, man, he just a little bit over his head.
Well, there's time. 5:27 to go.
Now, I think right here, Washington County would at least want to get 5 or 6 yards on this play to put them fourth, and you want to be inside that 5. And then you can run. You can try your secret play again too.
Try that. It's worked to success tonight. There's a snap. Baker's back to throw. Getting pressure. Now gets out of it. Baker tucks it under and goes. He'll get the first down.
Yeah, nice run, Hal. Nice
run.
job. And nice patience by Bo on that play, Hal.
Yeah, that's one of those players that you hope starts getting better early.
Yeah, he
Bo Baker has been able to pick up little things that he does so well.
Right, Hal. He's getting a lot of pressure from his left side, and he could have panicked and just let the ball go, but he let the defense run by him and then had an open field and ran up and did exactly what you want him to do, run for that first down marker.
1st and 10 on the 20. Washington County moving downfield. So being the 20 of Thomas Nelson. There's the snap. There's the give off the right side. Off the right side we go with a block, and now 10
did he get in?
9. Nice run by Pettis. I don't know if he got in time. Let's watch that again. I want you to look how hard Pettis runs. Dr. Isis industry replay.
And I think, are they calling
Comes from the far side.
Did they throw a flag?
Gets the give, and look at him go. Here off the right side to the 20, headed to the 10, boom, all the way to the 5, inside the 5. But, man.
We got holding on Washington County, so it's probably going to bring the ball back, Hal, somewhere around the 18 or 19-yard line. So it's going to end up probably being a 2-yard gain.
1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line.
He sure ran hard on that one.
Yeah.
Tough runner. So it looks like, yeah, you're right. They're back at the 20. But it is a first down. 1st and 10 at the 20. There's a snap. Give again.
Nice run by Carrico.
Carrico makes it to the 16, 15 to the 14 yard.
Now, those tough yards. I love the way he covered that ball up when he got in the middle there. About an 8-yard gain on that, Hal, and they needed it. And Carrico came up big.
Yeah, that was a big run. An 8-yard gain.
Like I said, I love the way when he was in the middle of the field, he covered that ball up, make sure everybody knocked it out.
2nd and 2. All on the 12. Clock still running. 4:19 to go. Snap. The give.
Same play the other side, but
they're
they're going to get him behind the line. Looks like he lost about 2.
Carrico on this one, and you're right. Same play. Lost 2.
Also 3 on the play.
Oh, there was a 3.
It's going to put it.
3rd down.
Yeah, and the more of that, the loss of about 4. I thought where the side judge was marking it, it was going to be about.
So 3:45 to go. It's 3rd down and 5. Now they're going to see on the 15. Let's see what Washington County will do here. One man in motion, they'll flip it to him. They're off the right side. That's Pettis again. Pettis,
Great cutback.
End zone touchdown.
Wow, great cutback, Al.
What a play.
What a cutback.
Look at this again. Let me call this one. I like it.
Thank you, big guy.
JP comes across. Look at that. Just kind of lob it to him. Watch this. This is the cut I like. Boom. Right to the end zone. Dives in. Gets the 6.
And Hal, that's called setting up your block, man. He showed outside, and when the defender jumped outside, he cut inside, and his blocker made a good block, and just a wonderful play by Pettis. Great effort.
That's my play of the game, man. Do we get to pick the player of the game again for these teams?
I think so. I think it's my turn this week.
That's right. Good. So your score, 3:27 to go. Washington County 21, Thomas Nelson High School 14. high school basketball, high school football in it. I'm sorry. It's a G&G production.
Welcome to the heart of Kentucky and the Lebanon Marion County Industrial Foundation, where they have a tremendous workforce. Jobs available in Marion County. Now hiring. Kentucky Cooperage, an independent stave company subsidiary. First shift $16 an hour. Second shift $18 an hour. Plus great benefits. Now hiring. Kentucky Cooperage, an independent stave company subsidiary. Welcome to the heart of Kentucky. The Lebanon Marion County Industrial Foundation are here for you. Find them online at marioncountyky.com.
Pretty good game.
Well, Jack Pettis made it happen. Took it all the way off the far side and took it into the end zone for 6. Then he got the extra point. 21-14.
I was going to say, let's not let everybody know how important that extra point was by Jillian Hammis, because that puts it a 7-point game.
Better believe
She's
it.
3 for 3 tonight on extra points, and all of them have been big. So.
Oh, big. Washington County be kicking it away. Hammis will do the kicking honors. (21-14). Washington County. Nice kick.
I think that's going out of bounds.
To the far side. Penalty.
Against Washington County. Ball will be
So
fouled
that'll
on
be
the
out.
35-yard line. First and 10, Thomas Nelson.
See, first and 10, Thomas Nelson. Well, you're Thomas Nelson. You got 3:27 to go. You trail by a touchdown. What's going to be your first 2 minutes of play?
Well, I'm going to give the ball a whole lot to Wimsett and Greenville.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I don't give it to them, I'm going to have Smith run it. So.
Thomas Nelson going to let Emmons kick again. Well, anything can happen in a re-kick.
You're right, Hal, and I think they feel like they can get the ball up around midfield or so.
They must feel something different than taking it on the 30. 35, I guess I should say. Sure, they were going to take it. Let's see what happens. Kick up and down. Oh, she made a nice kick on that one, wasn't it? Think about Thomas Nelson, 35, 40, 45 down the 48-yard line.
Yeah, Hal, they gained about 13 yards on that, Hal, by having to re-kick it. So good call by Thomas Nelson.
First and 10 for Thomas Nelson.
Actually, it's going to be at right about the 48.
8-yard line.
Yep.
Big hello tonight. Thanks for watching on Facebook Live. We appreciate you being there. Gail Jarbo, Barbie, Brian Kokenauer, thank you. Melissa Hutchins, enjoy retirement. Kimberly Carr, LaTanya King, Chuck Ball, Morgan Dupree's out there. Mentioned Todd Lanham, he's out there. Bob Abel, good to have you on. And Matthew Thomas Good, taking it easy tonight, I bet. But none like Norma Good. Norma Good. Let's get some of these Norma Good comments in here.
Number one fan.
Extra point, great. That a girl. She's watching. Look here. Now remember this, Jimmy. Remember this. This is from Norma Good. Teamwork shows. Go Washington County.
There you go.
Skinner, I'm afraid me and you are fixing to lose our job to Norma Good. I have a feeling she's going to fit in as one of the G's on G&G, and I'm going to be out.
Hal, if I'm going to lose it to anybody, I'd just soon lose it to her. You know?
It'd be other than the other Good up in Lexington. So Thomas Nelson gave the penalty on this, so they'll redo the first down. We'll try to keep it on the field, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, John Graves told us Kobe Hughes is watching.
Yeah, that's a Kobe minute.
Yeah, that's right.
He was watching.
Yeah, that's right.
Eligibility
He's going to
list.
come back for basketball. That's right.
He's going to come back. Okay, back still first down, so it's first and 15. Moved it back to the 42. Through.
Nice play.
They stopped him. Nothing.
Yeah, Hal. Yeah, if he got
I don't
anything,
think
it's a half yard. Yeah.
Jake Smith and Lucas Carrico.
It'll be second down and 15.
Second down. 3:59 on the clock.
2:54 on the clock. John Graves over there. Struggling. There's a pass play. Down court incomplete.
Flag on the play.
Smith, intended receiver
I
was
think
Zane
this is going to
Smith.
be, I don't know what this is going to be, how there's a flag on this side.
Okay.
And I could be a offsides. There's no telling what it is.
2:39 to go. It is 21 to 14.
But it was thrown on the sideline. You have to feel like, and it might have been, it could even be Thomas Nelson lined up all sides. I'm not sure what it's going to be.
Well, the head official was talking to one of the side judges. It looks like the back judge.
Yeah,
here.
the back judge, the side judge on our side threw the flag.
Yeah.
Ineligible player. Yeah, ineligible receiver downfield, Hal. So a lineman must have went more than 3 or 4 yards downfield. They'll let them go 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah.
But if they go past that,
he'll decline that one.
Yeah.
So now it will be third down and 14. All on the 43 of Thomas Nelson. The snap, the flip, the hit, miss. Another miss by Washington County. A third miss by Washington County.
Oh, wow, what a play.
Greenville was finally hit and hit hard. Greenville got away from 3 defenders. But Carrico put the stop on him. It's fourth down.
Big job. Big tackle by Carrico, because if he had got around him on that backside, that's where he broke that 48-yard run earlier.
Timeout, Thomas Nelson. We'll take a timeout with only 2:14 left to go in the game. Washington County 21, Thomas Nelson 14. High school football. It's a G&G production.
Hi, I am John Hayden. I am your candidate for mayor of Springfield. Many people have asked me why I want to run for mayor. After some thought, I realized that my purpose is I love to serve. I am a leader in the business world. I am a family man, a husband to my wife Rose, a father to 4 children, and my favorite of all, granddaddy to 5 little ones. I love to serve in the community, and I do it well. I feel that those things about my personality are a little of what I have to offer to the community that we all call home. I humbly ask for your vote in November and would love for you and your family to hop on our campaign trail with my family and I. Paid for by John C. Hayden for mayor.
Back here at the Ben R. Lewis Field in Springfield, beautiful evening as it's turned out to be in. As it was such a hot afternoon, a hot evening, and then when the sun started to go down, it started to turn into some football weather. 2:14 to go in this one. Washington County leads Thomas Nelson 21-14. Thomas Nelson has it 4th and 15 on their own 42. There's the step.
Screen.
Back to throw. Looking. He's still looking. He ain't got rid of it yet. Off the right side. He's back out of bounds. And that'll do it.
Yeah, Hal, that was a screen, and Washington County read that. And the defensive line did a great job. If you see, they held up instead of just an all-out rush because they knew that was a screen, and he had nowhere to go.
So 2:07 left to go in this one. Washington County will regain possession of the ball. A lot of happy commanders out there right now. But just take care of the ball. Don't do anything crazy and let a little air out of it and take this victory home for a weekend of. It's going to be another hot weekend. That's the way it's looking. But
well, it ain't going to be hot where I'm going to be at.
Where are you going?
Basement of my house.
Basement of your house?
It's football season. I'm all watching football all day.
To Alaska or something while you were talking.
It'll be a cool 68 degrees there.
Snapping the give. Here we go off the right side.
Stay in bounds.
Nice run.
Good job.
Pettis gets all the way down to the 30. It's about the 32. And I think we'll see
a timeout. Yeah.
Timeout, Thomas Nelson. We'll take a timeout. 1:52 to go in this one. Washington County 21, Thomas Nelson 14. Back in a moment on G&G Productions.
I've always had a heart for the community. I grew up in Springfield. I currently serve as one of your Springfield City Councilmen. As owner of Snappy Tomato Pizza, I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce, where I have been recognized for several civic awards. Besides City Council, all the boards I sit on and the support I give to our community is on a volunteer basis. I have a heart of a servant, and I want to serve you even more as the next mayor of Springfield. I'm a community volunteer, a dedicated, loyal, and honest leader with no self-agenda. Because experience matters, integrity counts. I humbly ask you now for your vote. Chris Essex for Mayor of Springfield. This ad paid for by Essex for Mayor.
Back here at Bennett R. Lewis Field, Hal Good, Jimmy Weddington, John Graves. Want to thank our crew tonight. Pixel Phase Media, Sean and Matthew, Lucas Ross just coming over. It's part of the team as well. Here we go off the right side. Baker lays his head down to the 21-yard line. He got 14 yards on that one.
Yeah, Hal, and that should do it right there. And Hal, good play. You know, both plays, the last plays by Pettis and Baker, they did a great job staying in bounds, because if you go run out of bounds, stops the clock just like a timeout. Good, smart plays by both those kids on those last two runs.
Greg Barcombe, I'm not going to leave you out. You do a great job for us up there. We appreciate you. Timeout. We'll take a timeout. 1:37 to go on this one. 21-14 Washington County. G&G Productions.
The law firm of Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain has assisted the people of Central Kentucky for over 45 years. Whether it's closing on your new home, handling the estate of your loved one, business planning, or preparing for your family's future with wills and trust, we will call the right play for you. Like our Facebook page, give us a call, or visit us in downtown Springfield, and let Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain show you how our hustle and heart sets us apart.
Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain. Offices in downtown Springfield. 859-336-3901.
This is an advertisement.
Since 1951, Danville Office Equipment has dedicated itself to providing personal service and superior office products for our customers. We take a lot of pride in their success because that's how we measure ours. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
Flags down the play this time.
Delay of game.
Delay of game. Stay tuned. Post game is coming up. We've done had the judge and juries. We even got the Settles boys in on this thing. I like it when we get some impartial folks in here. There ain't been a Washington County game they haven't liked.
I like it because they know more.
We win it. If Washington County wins, it's not a game the Settles don't like.
I like it because they know more about football than anybody in the booth.
Anybody in the booth, they know more about the game. They do. They're going to line up, take a knee. This is what you really like.
Yeah.
We can take this next minute and 33 and just take a knee.
Yeah.
Let's let some air out of this ball. Get ready next week as the Commanders hit the road going to Louisville, Kentucky Country Day.
And I saw last week, I can't remember who they played, but they got beat really bad. So you wonder, I don't know, they're usually ranked in the top 5 of single A. So.
Well, you come in tonight, and there's a lot of things you did right, but there are a lot of things you still did wrong this evening that you've got to work on.
Yeah. And hopefully he's not hurt bad, but Keon Furman, I think he makes a difference, a big difference on this team, especially the running game.
Going to a knee. Players just now watching the clock with 47 seconds to go. Stay tuned. We do have post-game coming up for you. Brought to you by our friends at the Farmers National Bank and Lebanon Tourism. For our star of the game, brought to you by the Farmers National Bank. You don't remember we used to do that star of the game when Henry Lackey was in here back in the late 80s and early 90s? It was star of the game. I remember it like it was yesterday. Fun stuff. Just like a win over Thomas Nelson. They'll be ringing the bell. They will be singing the school song. as Washington County comes up with a W here tonight. Your final score, Washington County 21, Thomas Nelson High School 14. Keep it right here. Post-game activities are up in just a moment. High school football. It's a G&G production.
Now, if you don't have time to go to the grocery store, the great news is you can get quality beef delivered right to your front door from Rising Sons Beef. Rising Sons Beef is bred, born, and raised by the Settles, 4th and 5th generation farmers in Springfield. You can get Rising Sons antibiotic, steroid, and hormone-free beef delivered by the piece, package, or half cow. Buy a local Kentucky Proud product with Rising Sons Beef. Go to RisingSonsBeef.com on the web or call 859-481-3216. Rising Sons Beef, full of flavor and fork tender. Let me take just a second to tell you about Beach Fork. If you like sporting clays, guided hunts, and lodging, well, Beach Fork Outdoors is ready for you. They're located amidst the beautiful rolling hills of Springfield, Kentucky, in the heart of the Bourbon Trail. The Sporting Clays course exhibits scenery unlike any other, with 12 stations. The Upland Bird Hunting Package offers a vast acreage of well-maintained food plots. The Parlor is our lodge. It offers hearty southern home-cooked meals and a private living suite with breathtaking views. Beach Fork Outdoors, 2938 Macville Road in Springfield, or call 859-481-5310.
The following is a paid advertisement.
The law office of Don Spalding McCauley is located at 144 West Main Street in Lebanon. Ms. McCauley handles cases in many areas in law, including DUI, DWI, divorce and family law, employee rights, real estate, wills and estates. The law office of Don Spalding McCauley is located in Lebanon at 144 West Main Street, or you may call her office today for an appointment at 270-692-0684.
In 1937, community leaders from Bullitt, Nelson, Spencer, and Washington counties came together to form one of the earliest electric co-ops in Kentucky, Salt River Electric, celebrating 85 years in 2022. Throughout their anniversary year, they'll be celebrating the legacy of rural electricity and want their members to join in as they give away an $85 bill credit each month this year. Go to srelectric.com and enter into their $85 for 85 years giveaway today. srelectric.com/85FOR85.
At Stewart Powell Ford in Danville, you want your next car buying experience to go smoothly, and so do we. Our warm and welcoming hometown showroom in Danville is where our veteran staff of 20 plus years gives new meaning to the phrase, the Stewart Powell family. We proudly serve the entire state of Kentucky, so visit Stewart Powell and discover car shopping the easy way. And check out our world-class service department. Our easy plan doesn't stop when you drive off the lot. We stand behind your new Ford every step of the way. Stewart Powell Ford, 225 South Danville Bypass in Danville.
Businesses keep our world running, and Cintas keeps them running by helping them make sure workers are well equipped and companies are well prepared. Supplies are delivered and stocked. Facilities are clean and ready. Every day, over 1 million businesses depend on Cintas. Get Cintas and get ready for the workday.
Oh, I'm ready.
A G&G Live Free production.
Are you tired of paying rent? Do you dream of owning your own home? Now's the time to make that dream a reality. Call Lisa, 270-402-4036. Lisa Kearns Realtor, Exit Realty Bluegrass, 270-402-4036. Call or text Lisa Kearns, the helpful agent.
Snap, snap. Snappy Tomato Pizza.
We make your pizza with our authentic recipe.
Ooh, Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Hand stretch the dough and it's made fresh daily.
Ooh, Snappy Tomato Pizza. Snappy Tomato Pizza.
I'm ready for a Snappy Tomato Pizza right now. 111 East Main Street in Springfield. Call 859-336-9888 or order online at snappytomato.com.
At Farmers National Bank in Lebanon, we'd like to say, wow! Wow! Thank you for voting us the best bank in Marion County, the best checking and savings in Marion County, the best loans and lending in Marion County, the best mortgages in Marion County, the best customer service in Marion County, and the one we're proud of, the best place to work in Marion County. Farmers National Bank, we're here for you. Farmers National Bank, 136 West Main Street in Lebanon and 2160 Campbellsville Highway. Farmers National Bank, member FDIC.
Back here at the Ben R. Lewis Field in Springfield, Hal Good, Jimmy Weathington. Time for the post-game show. Brought to you by the Farmers National Bank is our post-game show. Is brought to you by Visit Lebanon, KY. Player of the game is brought to you by Farmers National Bank. Now I got that right. 20-14, a win for Washington County.
Yeah, Al, an exciting game, not that well of a played game, I think, overall, but still an exciting game and a big win. It was going to be big for whoever won this game. Big win for WC.
I call his dad, and I used to call his Uncle John, I should say, JP. Jack Pettis played a really good game tonight.
Yeah, he did, Hal, and just a great move down there on that touchdown, on the goal line.
He had my vote from then, and I just couldn't go back on you tonight, Jack. Boy, that second surge got that touchdown and basically helped us win the game tonight. John Graves down the field with our player of the game. John?
Thanks, Hal. Yep, you pulled you got one trump card a year, and you pulled it tonight. And Jack Pettis, and I can't think of a better one. I've been around Jack for a long time. Jack, second surge on that touchdown. There was a difference in the game. How'd it feel?
It felt great. I had a couple of them earlier in the game that got called back for flags, but I told Coach nobody's stopping me on it, so just keep running it.
How much fun has it been to play Washington County football last year with your brother, and this year you're the only Pettis on the field?
I feel like I get a little bit more of the family shine, But, it's been great. Last year, coming in first year playing with your brother, you can't ask better than that. Then, obviously, having a bigger role this year. It's a lot of fun.
This senior class had some up and down, but this win, this can be a difference changer as you go through the season and go to KCD next week.
Yeah, we really needed a win because, I don't know, a win's pretty big, especially a team that's close to you, a team that you have somewhat of a rivalry with, not a big one, but obviously it'll help us going later in the season.
Your Farmers National Bank player of the game, Jack Pettis. Jack, one into the stands.
John Graves down for the coach's postgame show. Eric Segersey from the Commanders. John?
Win.
Yeah, I told the kids I learned a long time ago, a win is a win. You take wins when you can get them and celebrate them and enjoy them because it's tough. It's tough to get wins, and hats off to Thomas Nelson. They had a good plan, and I felt like we were a little off. Poor old Bo was having a little tough time as early in the game, and I think he kind of got in his head a little bit, and his throws were a little gone. And so we had to battle with our run game, and did a good job of it. I thought we made some mistakes and penalties at bad times, but overall I was pleased.
What about Furman? Had an ankle go down. What's his prognosis?
Yeah, I think he just got turned his ankle pretty good. He was getting pretty tired too. I think it's when you've been out for he's practiced with us for a little while, but it ain't like playing in a game. That was his first game action this year, so he got a little tired. I thought Lucas did a good job. We run by committee. Noah had some good runs, and of course Jack had big runs there at the end. We kind of found something on their defense that we felt like we could exploit there at the end, and was able to get some good runs out of Jack.
Win at this point in the season when you get a new player come in, it sparks a little injury, a little energy on the team. The team seemed to have a little different swag tonight.
Yeah, I thought we came out great, did exactly what we wanted to do, is get up early. We got up early, and then we shot ourselves in the foot a couple times. We had a turnover and downs inside and that was a bad call by my fault. It was all my fault. So, we still made some mistakes, and then, Thomas Nelson's always the same. Coach Peak, those kids, they just play hard. They don't ever quit. They're not going to stop the whole game. So they battled, and we battled back at the end and made the plays we had to make.
You got a young team. When you have done the same thing after every win, you throw your hat down, and like half of them didn't have a clue what was going on.
They're still learning. I've been doing that for, 12 years. But they're I also want to say Adam Smith, man, it's his first year as a defense coordinator tonight. I thought he had a great game plan, and that's him. We talked, but that's Adam. Adam is a phenomenal young coach, and he's going to be a great head coach one day. So, he had a great game plan, and I thought the defense played awesome. All the times that they need to play good.
All right, Coach, we'll get you in the locker room, and We'll see you next week. Thank you, Coach. And then I'm going to throw it back up to you and see what I can find out over here.
Thank you, John Graves. We'll go back to you in just a moment as he's going to be trying to catch up with Coach Peak just for a moment. Want some words from Thomas Nelson. Washington County will play Kentucky Country Day next week. And Jimmy, Coach Matthew Jones is 0-1 playing Atherton tonight. But Washington County's game next week will be a 7:30 kickoff. KCD's always been tough for us to play.
They have. We've had a tough time with them, Hal. And, most of the time they haven't been close. I think, 7, 8, 9 years ago we played them a couple of games really close, but the last several times that we played them, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, so it won't be it will not be an easy game for Washington County, to say the least.
Yeah.
They're going to really have to go in there and be prepared to be ready to take on a very tough Kentucky Country Day team. I mean, it's just going to take a lot of effort on our side to be able to come up with the W. Coach Joe Peak, he's doing a great job over at Thomas Nelson. He is down on the field with John Graves. John, let's go down with you and the head coach.
Coach, you come up a little short, but, Washington County kind of had the momentum going early. In the second half, you all come back in this and made it a ball game.
Yeah, I thought in the second half we started to move the line up front, and I thought that was the whole key of the ball game. And we waited too long to do that. The clock. I feel like the clock keeps running out of time on us. I feel like in the second half we get people tired or kids in decent condition, and then that starts in the third quarter. And then by the time we get to the fourth, the fact we got we're playing with really 18 guys shows up, and they start getting banged up. Skilled guys having to get subbed in and out. It causes substitution errors and mistakes and things that we have to fix as coaches, and things that we've just got to be cleaner on and find ways to practice that, that can't happen in third and fourth quarters. I mean, too many penalties on us, and that's on us as a team. It's not on anybody else. That's on us, and it's just things we can control that we got to fix.
Do you have a lot of faith in your team that you'll be able to bounce back after you've seen what they've done the first couple of weeks?
Yeah, the thing about the group that we've got, I've got a great group of seniors that really believe in themselves and want to do it the right way, and they're trying really hard to do it the right way. They're leading the right way. They just got to continue to believe in the process and understand, like, they have to have higher expectations for themselves to have higher expectations for the ones they're leading. And if we can do that, then we can get the young kids to put the pieces together, and we're just out of time, unfortunately. We could use a month before our season started because of injuries, one, and two, our youth. If I'm being frank, I think the fact that we don't start hitting until August 1st puts my kids way behind. Way behind. We needed a month of it because they don't know how to get hit and get down and not get injured, right? They don't know it. They're taking full varsity snaps 5 days after their first time getting full contact. It's not safe.
All right, well, Coach, we'll get you back. Any major injuries tonight?
I don't think major, but, Sevens, that's why he's only – obviously Blake Greenwell has the potential to be our best player every time he takes a snap, right, number 7. And, he's got an ankle and a hand, and it's just trying to get him in the right spots at the right time. 60 is, our starting center, Andrew Blanton, defensive end. He's nursing an ankle injury. I got probably 6 guys right now that are part of my 18 that are playing that are all battling injuries. And I've got 4 guys that would be starting for us, 2 of them both ways that are season injuries. We just got to find a way to get those guys healthy enough. They just got to get 100% healthy. And I don't know how you do that in the middle of the season. We got to find that out, though, quick.
All right, good luck to you, Coach, the rest of the year. Thank you. Joe Peak, 4th-year head coach. I think it puts them 3-1 against the Commanders. Guys, we'll send it back up to you all.
Thank you, John. Let's take a look at some numbers. Jimmy, you got some stats to pass on before we get out of here?
Yes, sir. Before the game, Washington County ran the ball 35 times for 160 yards. Kayon Thurman led the team with 15 carries for 86 yards. 7 of 17 passing for Washington County for 82 yards. 242 yards rushing, or 242 total yards on 42 plays. Thomas Nelson, 31 of 140 rushing, 7 of 8 passing. Most of theirs were just behind the line of scrimmage passes, just little flips forward. So 7 completions, 8 passes, only 26 yards passing, 166 total yards for Thomas Nelson, 39 plays.
Nice ball game. Both teams played well tonight.
Yeah, I thought
both teams had mistakes tonight.
Yeah, they made mistakes. But they kept battling, and and it might not have been the best played game, but it was an exciting game, and it was fun to watch. And there was a lot of effort out there too. A lot of kids banged up, like you heard the coaches talked about, but they still battled. And nice win for Washington County.
Kentucky Country Day up next for Washington County. What do you got to see for Washington County come up with a W from that one?
Well, you got to hope that Furman's healthy and everybody else. You got to be healthy. That's number one. And I think they need to just tweak a little bit on their passing game. Bo was just a little bit off tonight. The first 2-3 passes, he was way off, and then he settled down. But, I mean, we're talking about the length of a football off. So if he can get his timing down with his wide receivers and with them being able to run the ball better now, it works together. So I think Washington County can start moving the ball more consistently, putting it in the end zone.
G&G Productions next week traveling to Bardstown. We're headed to the home of Garnis Martin for Bardstown and Marion County. Marion County going in 1-0 to this Bardstown game. They have an off week tonight.
Yeah, that's unusual, too, having an off week the second week of the season. But, man,
Coach
Bardstown.
Carter, a Dudley Hilton protege, I've heard him speak a couple times. He's football-oriented. He wants a game. But
Bardstown's
going to be Bardstown.
Yeah, they've been good since Canute Rockney played for Notre Dame. They've been good as long as I can remember. And, we say it every year. The one thing they've always got a lot of is speed. So I expect Marion County's going to have a tough time next week keeping Bardstown.
Our G&G crew will be our Marion County crew with Eric Daugherty. He'll be leading the way with Matthew Thomas and Richie Buckler. I'll be joining them on Friday night as well, helping them just get some things going. We want to thank this evening our G&G crew, Matthew Smith, Sean Allen, the Pixel Phase, just a wonderful job they do for us. Greg Barkham on the camera, Lucas Ross coming in helping us this evening. Of course, John Graves on the field, and my man Jimmy Wethington over here. He does a great job. I always love working with him. Your final score again this evening is Washington County does defeat Thomas Nelson High School 21-14. Till next time, from the Bennett R. Lewis Field in Springfield, Hal Begood wishing you and yours a pleasant evening. So long, everybody.
For a lot of people, home ownership is a big to-do list item that has to get checked before you feel like you're a grown-up, living your best life. If you're ready to check that box, talk to Derek Brussel at Farmers National Bank. Derek specializes in guiding first-time home buyers, young borrowers, and other newbies toward a responsible, manageable, fulfilling financial future. Visit farmersnational.bank to get in touch. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402972.
It's a Kentucky fall tradition, the 53rd annual Marion County Country Ham Days, which will be held on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 23rd, 24th, and 25th in downtown Lebanon. It's a full weekend of fun, including great music, 2 hot air balloon events, a carnival, kids zone, arts and craft, a huge parade, classic car and truck and motorcycle show, one of the largest 5K runs in Kentucky, and of course, it's our famous Ham Days Breakfast. Marion County Country Ham Days in downtown Lebanon. Look for us online at hamdays.com.
You've been watching high school football live and free on G&G Productions. Our coverage tonight brought to you by Hale Realty and Auction, a house so named. Snappy Tomato Pizza in Springfield. Dr. Isaacs Jr. Dentistry, General Dentistry and Orthodontics. Farmers National Bank, by your side for more than 130 years. Lebanon Tourism. Lebanon is the heart of Central Kentucky. SWEDA, the Springfield, Washington County Economic Development Agency. Exit Realty Bluegrass, Lisa Kearns Realtor. The Marion County Industrial Foundation, putting people back to work. Springfield State Bank, built and growing on friendly service. Mattingly, Sims, Robinson, and McCain, attorneys at law in Springfield. Rising Suns Beat. Chris Essex for mayor. Salt River RECC. Stuart Powell. Danville Office Equipment. Beach Fork Sporting Clays and Upland Hunting. John Hayden for mayor. Don McCauley, attorney at law. Join us next week for exciting high school football, live and free on G&G Productions.